super gluing himself to the counter. But much of what we buy is fungible. That is, if you go in to buy Gatorade and they don't have Gatorade, you can buy Powerade, right?
Clay, when they run out of your Mountain Dew, what is your number 2?
Mellow Yellow. For the Southerners out there will know exactly what I'm talking about. So, yes, there are lots of products that are fungible. Baby formula isn't one of them. You have to have it. And of all the things that there could be a shortage of, I'm not sure that we could point to anything. And, Buck, what I get nervous about is when you look at what's going on in Shanghai, I feel like supply chain crises are going to get worse. And we saw this with toilet paper, which, by the way, I don't think anybody, if you run out of toilet paper, you run out. But when people see these shortages, the shortages get worse because people go in and they say, well, I may not need it right now, but I'm definitely going to need it in the future. And that's why I think this baby formula thing is likely to get really massively worse in a hurry for that exact reason.
Well, if this could happen to baby formula, and I do know that there was a specific incident that one major baby.
I am talking. I'm at Santa Ana Star Field.
Baby formula. But I don't think anybody would have expected that if one baby formula company has a recall, now you're driving
coast
3 hours coast to coast across the country to try to find baby formula, right? Just goes to show you how fragile our supply chains are, how fragile different components of the economy right now are. You start to think about it. I mean, I talked to small business owners. One in particular recently was saying the consumer hasn't even really felt the full impact of the price raises, the rise in price that they're going to see for the things that they're buying all the time, because it's just making its way into the, just like inflation has been creeping, and now all of a sudden it's really hitting. Supply chain issue, price of goods. This is going to be a big problem for us. But we got some smart folks to talk about this with later on the show. David Marcus, Vivek Ramaswamy, and Clay, I'm going to ask you a very important question later too. Could you land the plane yourself, like an actual plane?
I'll tell you when I had that fear recently and what I think my answer would be.
You're listening to Clay Travis and Buck Sexton on the EIB Network.
This is Roswell's Talk FM 106.5.
New numbers are in, and it's great to see. Pure Talk saving families even more money than we previously thought. If you're still with Verizon, AT&T, or T-Mobile, your family could be saving over $900 a year.
And with Pure Talk, you don't have to compromise. You don't have to compromise coverage with America's most reliable 5G network. You don't compromise on price or values. Choose the plan that's right for you. You'll be supporting a company whose customer service is right here in the U.S. and whose CEO proudly served our country.
Remember, you keep your cell phone and your cell phone number when you make the switch. Pure Talk offers unlimited talk, text, and 6 gigs of data for just $30 a month.
So from your cell phone, dial pound 250, say Clay and Buck, and you'll save an additional 50% off your first month. You can be switched over to Pure Talk service in less than 10 minutes. Dial pound 250, say Clay and Buck. That's pound 250, say Clay and Buck.
Poor Sam was a mess. Always itching, licking. His paws were soaking wet. He had bald spots on his back. DINOVITE.com. 2 weeks after he started Dynavite, I started seeing great improvements. And today, 99% of his issues are non-existent.
Dynavite is nutrition.
Dynavite is the best thing you can do for your dog.
You won't believe how happy your dog will be.
I get my Dynavite from DINOVITE.com.
Nobody move. If you try to make any move, you danger yourself and the airplane.
Are the shakings that have come upon America and the world from 9/11 to COVID-19 all part of an ancient mystery, a prophecy, a warning of what is still to come? From New York Times bestselling author Jonathan Cahn comes an explosive and mind-blowing motion picture. The Harbingers of Things to Come, the one movie you can't afford not to see. In theaters May 12th. Tickets available online at The Harbingers of Things.
It's time for Talktivities on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Do you have an item for Talktivities? Email it to calendar@pvbcradio.com.
If you love working with our senior population and making a difference in their lives, the Southeast New Mexico Community Action Corporation Corporation would love for you to come work for them or be a volunteer. Go to snmcac.com to review the qualifications and apply for a position, or complete an application at the meal site in Artesia or Carlsbad. The City of Champions Comic-Con is Saturday, May 21st in Artesia, New Mexico. Activities take place all day at the Artesia Public Library and the Ocotillo Performing Arts Center. Participate in crafts, panels, vendor booths, games, and food trucks. For more information, visit artesiaartscouncil.com.
If you have an item for Talktivities, email it to calendar@pvbcradio.com. That's calendar@pvbcradio.com.
Your home for Armed American Radio is 106.5 FM, KEND Roswell.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Jason Walker. Into custody. Police say the gunman entered the supermarket in the early afternoon hours with a rifle and opened fire and may.
The National Used Car Blowout is on at Roswell Honda with the deepest discounts yet. Like a 2017 Ford Escape for just $329 a month, a 2015 Honda CR-V for just $309 a month, or a 2013 Nissan Sentra for just $199 a month. Get a 12-pack of soda and a Mexican resort voucher just for stopping by, a grilling toolkit with a test drive, and a free portable grill with purchase. And join us May 21st for free food, stuff for the kids, and your chance to win a Char Griller Double Play 3-burner gas charcoal grill. On now at Roswell Honda, 2177 West 2nd. It all comes down to this. Time to go hard or go home. Welcome to this special broadcast of Sports on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Sports on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM are presented by Big O Tires, Eastern New Mexico University Portales and ENMU Roswell, Moppin and Brown Dentistry, Roswell Seed Company, Pecos Valley Equipment, Fergie's Plumbing and Heating, Oasis Computers, Maze Lumber, So Easy Sewing, Zenith Security, Central Valley Electric, and George Gandy Insurance. Now, let's play ball.
If your tires are flat, need your car fixed, our reviews are better than mixed at Big O. At Big O Tires. We do the job fast and with a smile. Whatever the problem, we go the extra mile at Big O. At Big O Tires. Trusted service, no need to lie. Hop online, our reviews are high at Big O. At Big O Tires. Unbeatable service in all our stores. That's why we get such high scores at Big O. At Big O Tires.
Now through May 30th, buy 3, get 1 free on select sets of in-stock Cooper or Mesa brand tires with installation purchase. Only at Big O Tires, the team you trust. Installation required, not valid with other offers. Eligibility may vary. Disposal fees extra and up to 10% shop fee based on non-discounted regular retail price not to exceed $35 where permitted.
When it comes to the security of your home or business, you want a local company, one that has a personal investment right here in Southeast New Mexico. Zenith Security Services is your local Honeywell dealer. Zenith can handle all of your business and residential alarms, cameras, and IT services, as well as home theater installations, all from a local company. The Spring Starter Package is now available at Zenith Security Services for your home or business. Call the real Zenith Security Services today, 575-626-3521. Zenith Security Services, protection with a local
Oasis
touch.
Computers has been Roswell's trusted source for home and small business computers for over 30 years, and they continue to be your best resource for computer repairs, operating system upgrades, web root managed, antivirus, special orders, and more. Oasis Computers is now open from 8 to 1, Monday through Friday to better serve you. Service calls by appointments and after-hour appointments are available too. Stop by Oasis Computers at 1703 North Garden or call or text 575-625-9141 for even faster service.
For the ramparts we watch, Pursuit gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the most bursting in air, gave through the night, that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right, Cold Nation. Apologies if you didn't catch the beginning of that wonderful rendition. But we are good to go here for this state championship contest between your New Mexico Military Colts and the Timberwolves of East Mountain High School. East Mountain, the 5 seed who defeated Santa Fe Indian and the 4 seed Robertson to get here. They also defeated Hatch Valley in the play-in round. So they've had a long road to get here, and they won their last game in dramatic fashion over at Rio Rancho High School last night, as did your Nittany Colts. They were dead in the water. They were done. And I didn't say it on the air, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't thinking it. And they come back, and oh boy. And I'm joined here by Jeff Gunn.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
Jeff Gunn, of course, the communications director. Is that your title, sir?
Sports information director, but yeah, media relations, whatever you want to call it.
All right. Glad to have you here. You got a lot of knowledge about these boys in this program, that school. So that just helps with the broadcast tremendously. And I know you got lots of information over there that will help out with the broadcast as well. So we're a little tight here. We are ready to go. East Mountain has won the coin toss, and despite being the 5 seed and Emmy being the 3 seed, they will be the home team, so they'll have the hammer in the 7th if necessary. And on the bump today for them, and we'll probably just have to have rosters or lineups as they come to the plate as we're getting on a little bit late here. But on the bump will be number 13, and that is Trace Kruger. So Kruger will start things off on the mound. Don't believe he pitched yesterday. They did use quite a few pitchers, though, so I could be wrong about that. And leading things off for the New Mexico Military Institute Colts will be shortstop in today's game, number 5, Tegan Maloney. And Jeff, Tegan's had a pretty good tournament.
He certainly has. I talked to the athletic director, Jose Barone, as we were riding up here, frantically trying to get here in time. One of the things that he said, just a freshman, is Mr. Maloney, and he has played an incredible tournament, came in to pitch there in game 1 for us, and threw probably harder than Mr. Barone had ever seen. So this is just a kid that's going to continue to get better and better as he grows up in years here at NMMI.
And I agree with you 100% on that. He's a good kid, know him from way back, and yeah, he's going to be a fun one to watch. He looks at a strike, though, here to start the game off, called strike, as Kruger from the stretch. And here's a shot to shortstop. Should be an easy play. Maloney with decent speed, and they're going to say he makes the tag on the high throw. So that is going to be a 6-3 ground out as Hitchcock over to Ocker. And I say Hitchcock to Ocker. I probably need to be a little bit more specific because I think there's 2 of each of that last name on the roster, and I don't have the roster right in front of me, so I
can pull that up for you on Max Preps if you want.
That would be great.
little bit of an oopsie swing there by Tegan Maloney on that one. Saw the fastball and swung on, but didn't make great contact. A little bit off the end of the bat, just a slow roller to the shortstop.
Yeah, not what he was looking for, but did manage to put the ball in play, which is good. All right, Kruger starts off number 2 hole hitter, and that is Gentry Kaplan with a swing and strike this time. So Kruger able to get ahead of both the first 2 hitters. And it's going to be down low for a ball here. And I've been impressed with the umpires in the tournament so far, Jeff. You know, every umpire's got his own zone, but they've been pretty consistent. And despite what you sometimes hear from the stands, they do a real good job.
We've had a great crew, and of course umpires at their all-time low right now, so if it's something you're interested in, definitely encourage it, but support our guys in blue, or in this case black, out there today. Got the 3-man rotation.
Yeah, I thought there might be a 4-man group, but maybe they might have had that over for the bigger schools games, and that's what he needs to wear, in my opinion. But
just ducked right underneath it instead of getting the free pass.
Yeah,
got that helmet on.
Just turn and look at us and take one for the team.
It was a curveball. That one wasn't going to hurt very much either.
No. So 2-2 the count. And time called and granted to Kaplan. Kaplan, I believe, is playing second base again today. He is.
On the season, .233 on the batting average. He has had 73 plate appearances.
And a shot up the middle, and that's going to be a base hit for Kaplan.
Great job. Just improved his batting average right there.
Sure did. As Hitchcock dove, but could not make the play. So there's your first base runner for the Nimmy Colts on the ground ball up the middle.
Kaplan was a little bit of a late addition to the Colt team. Didn't get a play in the first couple of games, hence why he has probably about 30 fewer plate appearances than some of our other starters. But when he did came in, and he made a huge impact and has been a great force, especially defensively for the Colts.
He's had some nice plays at second base last couple of games for sure. All right, this is going to be the catcher, Barcelo. Another curveball up high for ball 1. So Kruger looking like he's got the fastball, curveball working. As we go through first time through the lineup here, Barcelo hitting in the 3-hole. Kind of saved us last night on the mound, though.
Certainly did. He's been excellent. Probably our number 2 guy right after Luis Patron, A Patron, the big Patron, as we call him. Big tequila.
All right, that's a called strike, so evens the count at 1-1. And Kaplan with pretty good speed over there at first. They're going to have to keep an eye on him, but this catcher for East Mountain has got an arm on him.
Barcelo leading the team in RBIs with 27 on the season. Second closest would be actually tied with Luis A. Patron. And I'm assuming A. Patron will be the starting pitcher for us this evening.
He will be. Called strike there, so 1-2 the count now to Barcelo.
Now, I've never done a game at UNM. Have you had one here? I've never played here, never announced from here, never participated in anything here at UNM Field. This is beautiful.
It is. It's lacking shade, but other than that, no complaints. I just about burned to a crisp this morning at the 10 o'clock game.
I bet.
Oh,
we've got the shade now,
yes,
despite not being
now
in the press box.
Right. This is actually probably cooler than the press box because you get more of the breeze coming by. It's almost 90 out in Albuquerque right now, but it sure feels nice in the shade. All right, we've got a 2-2 count. Let's see if Jose can win this one against Kruger. And a hard shot to first, and it gets through. Might be a throw, not to first because nobody's there, and that's going to be a base hit for Marcelo on a shot through the right side. Nicely done.
46th hit of the season. Barcelo hitting .529, so it continues that string. Goes through the right side on the infield, but unfortunately it was right in front of Gentry Kaplan, so no chance to get to third on that exchange.
Yeah, I thought the first baseman, Auker, had a chance at it, but it did get through there on a really hard hit ball. And time is called by East Mountain coach. He's going to go over and speak to the umpire, it looks like.
Maybe wanted to try and call or get an interference call on the runner, but runner's got the right to the baseline, and he stops as long as he didn't knock into him. And even if he did, if the guy came into the base runner while he was in the baseline, that's not going to be anything against our team. But
no, it's a tough call because they both kind of have
the right of way.
Right away. And,
yes, sir.
And you know, it kind of depends on who got there first. And if you got there first, then it's yours. And if they run into you, then that's interference on them. I can't imagine them changing this. I don't think there's anything wrong with asking, but I just don't see it happening.
On the first base umpire, he may have been screened by the two players. Couldn't see anything, was watching for, but nope, he just motioned the safe sign with his hands, so the play will stand as it was.
Yeah, and good sportsmanship there by the East Mountain coach, and I forget his name.
Yeah,
that's probably right.
No harm in asking, you know. Got to go out there and try and get it for your team.
Yeah, he was pretty emotional after their walk-off win last night. He dove on top of this player that just scored. It was a sight to see. All right, so we have 0-0 here to Rivera, 4-hole hitter.
Rivera's been flirting with 400 the whole season, currently 397.
Oh, and that's going to be an error on the shortstop, and that's going to load the bases on the ground ball too short. And this is a good start for New Mexico Military Institute. I just got to ask you, is it okay to say NMMI, or do people get mad?
No, some of the older alumni will get mad, but you can even ask our young kids that are currently going to the New Mexico Military Institute. I will still say NMMI because I'm part of that old school, but this generation, NMMI, NMI, either one is fine. So please do not feel like it's just so much easier to say it. I can't say it because I've been programmed not to, but it's so much easier to say NMI than NMMI. Look at this.
That's going to score at least 2 and maybe more. They are going to hold the runner at third. No, they're sending him. There's going to be a play. It's going to be close, but he's going to make it. 3-run stand-up double for starting pitcher Luis A. Patron, and he just gave himself a lead on the line drive double to left center field. And that was just what the doctor ordered, bases clearing double.
Give some credit there, though, to East Mountain. C. Davis out there in left field made a stop. If he doesn't do that, Patron scores as well with an in the Parker.
No, I agree with you 100% on that. And we just saw that in the previous game, actually, an in the park home run that was almost the exact same place.
So tell me what happened with Logan and Gateway Christian. They lost, I heard.
Yeah, it was really Logan just kind of walked all over Gateway. It was close in the beginning, but Logan just ran away with it in the later innings.
All right, now we've got Little Patron there at the plate. Swung on and missed at that first offering. The fastball down low. Patron also flirting with 400 all season. 393 on the season. 84 at-bats, 33 hits, 26 singles, 3 doubles, and 4 triples, and 34 RBIs.
You'd like to see 35 right here. As
exactly.
His big brother stands on second base, or off second base, I should say. All right, here's the 0-1, and swung on and missed there from Little Tequila. Is that what you said?
That works, yes.
Yeah,
they're both Luis Patrons, and one's a C, one's an A, and one's a senior, and one is just a sophomore.
That's good nicknames. I like that. Maybe not completely appropriate.
I was going to say, yeah, exactly. I may have to ask my athletic director if that's okay to say over the air or not.
Probably not. Of course, just referring to the brand.
Yes,
not any habits or anything.
Exactly.
Just the same as the brand. It'd be like there's a major leaguer named Beer.
Yes, good point.
All right, here is the 1-2 pitch. And Struck him out swinging, so Little Patron goes down, just a sophomore, and he's talking to his dad before the game, says nerves are still a little bit of a factor for him.
One thing that Patron does lead, Little Patron leads, he leads in strikeouts for the Institute as well.
Hey, you got to lead in something, right?
That's right, but if you're the RBI leader, you can afford a little bit of that, too.
That's true. That's true. It's going to bring up, it's going to be Bailey Mago, I believe. Is it Mago or Mego?
Migo, actually.
Migo.
Yes,
all right,
long
so
E on that.
0 for 2. I'll put the long E on there, and maybe I won't forget.
308 hitter on the season is Migo. 25 runs scored, 18 RBIs.
And I forget we're just radio. The score's 3-0.
Oh, yes.
New Mexico Military Institute leads East Mountain. Oh, and that's behind Migo. And he says, hey, stay there, but that's a scary pitch.
That was. Good job by the catcher to even field that.
You know, it really was. That's a tremendous job, and that's Phillips back there, and he had to go a long way to get that one. You don't usually say that about a catcher, on a pitch anyway. All right, 1-0 the count. Runner at second base. We've got 2 gone here, top of the first. And calls strike on the outside corner. And my earlier broadcast, and I think I've said it in some of the baseball broadcasts I've done this year, Jeff, I think the strike zone has moved to the outside because it seems like every hitter just crowds the plate. And I think umpires just move the strike zone over.
I think you're exactly right. And you don't see as many inside pitches anymore because they do crowd that plate so much.
Right.
And as I say that, what does he do? Pops him with the inside fastball.
And a nice pitch there. So 1-2 now to Migo. Kruger needs an out here to stop the bleeding for the Timberwolves.
If you're a Colts fan, this is exactly what you wanted. You got your ace on the mound for 120 pitches here in this game. You want to build a lead around that just in case you got to bring in someone else at the end to close it out.
Yeah, and I'd be surprised if we get to 120 pitches as we get the strikeout from Migo swinging. I'd be surprised if we get to 120 pitches or if they bring in another pitcher, unless they score 10 or 15 runs on him, which I don't
You're
think is gonna
exactly
happen.
right.
Okay, we need to take a little break here. Thanks for tuning in to KSVPTV.com, audio only. And, of course, the KSVP TV Facebook page, YouTube channel, and 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Kelly McDonald, Jeff Gunn here. We'll be right back with the state championship.
To plant or not to plant? That is the question. Hi, this is Jim Gill from Roswell Seed Company. Our tomato plants and pepper plants are ready to go. If you plant them now, you might have homegrown tomatoes and peppers before anyone else, or the frost might kill them. As Clint Eastwood would say, do you feel lucky? You'll either be the smartest gardener in the county or you'll get to replant them all over again. I say go for it. You'll get more practice and we'll get more business. This is Jim Gill from Roswell Seed Company, and I apologize to William Shakespeare.
So what am I doing with my tax refund? I'm giving my home a makeover with new furniture from Glenn's. A new living room, dining room, and bedroom. Even a curio cabinet for my elephant collection. Glenn's has beautiful, high-quality furniture that I'll be proud of for years. And Glenn's will deliver it for free. So my tax refund and I are headed for Glenn's. And my home is going to be fresh, bright, and beautiful. Since 1953, people have been coming to Glenn's Furniture at the corner of Union and Alameda in Roswell.
And welcome back to the 3A 2022 New Mexico Activities Association Baseball Championship game. And your NMMI Colts have jumped out to a 3-0 lead. And they've got their ace, and that is Luis A. Patron, who at one time was leading the nation in strikeouts. I don't know if he still is. You got information on that? I know the California pitcher, their playoffs is like second season.
I don't know. My assistant Peter Dindinger could probably tell you exactly. He was leading back whenever he had 128, and that was about 2 weeks ago. Then he was tied after the week after that with a kid from California, and but I have not looked it up since.
All right, so we are going to have Davis leading things off for East Mountain, and we'll see what kind of stuff Big Patron has. Let's start him off with a swing and a miss on the inside heat.
There's that inside fastball that I said doesn't exist anymore.
You know, it's a tough enough job anyway, but then when you have to adjust, man, I don't envy those guys.
Well, right now, 61.1 innings pitched for Patron.
Outside.
He has 149 strikeouts on the season.
That's
only
incredible.
20 walks during that time as well.
It is over 2 innings, as the other announcers say over here. And what happened there? I missed it.
I missed that as well.
Ball on the scoreboard, so must have been in the dirt. Got through Marcelo. All right, 2-1 then to Davis, leadoff hitter for the Timberwolves. You know it's a new school when their mascot's the Timberwolves.
Exactly.
Swung on and missed there, strike 2. So
forget the fastball there, Patron, or forget the curveball. Give him the fastball. Got 2 by him right there.
You're going to be calling for cheddar all afternoon, aren't you?
I think so. He does have a pretty good curveball, and he will mix in the off-speed, and there he does it right there. The curveball, maybe a little bit too far in on the plate.
Yeah, but, you know, control-wise, you talk about especially a 3A level high school pitcher.
Yes, sir.
You know, tremendous control from what I've seen, and those stats speak to it as well. You know, 21 walks and 150 strikeouts. I mean, it's crazy.
Yes, sir.
Swung on and missed for strikeout number 1 for Patron as Marcelo. And
a little bit of an overthrow on the throwing around the heart.
They did the same thing on the first strikeout of the game last night.
Okay.
Exactly.
So it's a great omen, man.
Threw the ball right out into left field.
That may be an intentional thing there.
I hope so, because otherwise it's probably not a good sign.
Miguel Rivera there playing first base for the New Mexico Military Institute. Overthrew Tegan Maloney, who's at shortstop.
Got a rocket for an arm.
Exactly.
All right, it's going to be Torres Griego.
Good looking pitch, maybe just missed a tad bit on the inside there to the left-handed batter.
Yeah, and there again, that's probably a strike, but the zone isn't there anymore.
Yep, you're exactly right.
Here's the 1-0. That is about as in there as it could be.
Perfectly thrown curveball, broke right into the heart of the plate.
Yeah, that deadly combination of speed and control. And going to get the outside corner there, and that's the strikes that have been called, not just in baseball, in softball too. I mean, that's just been called all year long.
This is proving your theory to perfection right there of that floating strike zone to see if batters are crowding the plate so much.
And swung and miss. Throw over to first will end it. So 2 gone now, and a little bit better job throwing it around the horn for the Colts.
Nope, a little dropsy there before we get it back to the pitcher. So not
too soon. They are improving, however, we'll say that.
Patron doing a great job mixing him up. Got the first strikeout on an elevated fastball. That time went to the curveball, the off speed to get it. Let's see what happens here against the third batter, C. Phillips.
Yeah, that's the catcher, Phillips. Called strike.
Pitching backwards here a little bit, starting off with the curveball rather than the fastball. Did the same thing to the last batter.
Yeah, and when you have that control, when you have the confidence in those 3 pitches, you know, you pretty much can do about whatever you want to do. And you're going to leave that one inside.
Came back with the inside fastball, just a little bit too far in, bending around it there to avoid being hit by was Phillips.
Yeah, I think he was trying to sell it a little bit there. I don't think he was going to get hit by it, which is fine. And the same place, but this one was called a strike.
That was a very similar location, and he didn't sell it. So maybe if he tried that again, he would have got the ball called.
Yeah, maybe. You know, gestures and sticks the butt out. Maybe he gets the ball called. All right, the 1-2 pitch. Curveball.
Oh, I think the umpire gave up on the curveball. That seemed like it broke right back in.
Yeah, it didn't miss much if it missed. That's a nice pitch right there, and it's going to even the count at 2-2. 2 gone, both strikeouts.
Great discipline by Phillips, though. He's got another shot. Trying to get something started for his team.
And stays alive with the foul back to the screen. Yeah, Coach, I know any team would, not want to face NMMI here with this kid on the mound. It just gives them such an advantage.
Beautiful turf ballpark here at UNM Stadium, and a little bit bigger than our ballpark at New Mexico Military Institute. How does this compare to Joe Bauman and to Goddard? I know you've done quite a few games for them.
Yeah, it's actually kind of similar to Goddard. It's a little deeper in center field than Goddard. It's similar to Bauman in right field. Down the lines are very shallow here. Just 338. If you can get around on one or take one the other way, or, obviously the opposite if you're batting from the other side, you've got a chance to put one out. Putting one out in center or in the gaps is tough. I mean, 313 plus, they have another, 8 feet on that wall extending up higher. So, yeah, it's a symmetrical ballpark. 405 in the gaps, 413 down the middle, and of course just 338.
Great job. Patron got that last strikeout.
He did.
Wrote it up just like you scripted it if you're the head coach there, Charlie Ward. And Coach Ward, of course, told his team that this will be his last season. He is officially retiring after the end of the 2020 or 2022 campaign.
Wow. So his last game as a coach will be this afternoon.
Yes, sir.
Well, he's had quite a career, and he's a good guy, and always nice to me when I talk to him. So that's a loss for the baseball community in Roswell, but congratulations on the retirement. Any word on the replacement? Is that in the works yet?
Well, as a matter of fact, we just put a statement on Facebook saying exactly that Jose Barron wanted to make sure, because he's already gotten a couple of calls. He's like, hey, let us get through this game and figure out what happens with the state championship, and then we will start. We're going to support our Colts and Charlie Ward right now, and then we will take a look at and see who we want to try and replace the legendary Coach Ward.
Yeah, that's a good answer. Good answer, and I'd expect nothing less from Mr. Barone. All right, so we will not take a break because we're just about ready to.
I think that was
continue.
my fault. You cut me off next time.
No, not going to do it. We need to play those sponsors, but we got plenty, so we got plenty of time. All right, so it will be Kruger back on the mound. He had 22 pitches in the first inning, which is a little on the high side, but not terrible.
See if we can get you some stats on Kruger if they've got him programmed into Max Preps. If not, I'll check out.
Yeah, I don't think they do, but you can check.
No.
Click on player stats. Scroll up a little bit. All right, so we're ready to go, and the hitter is going to be number 10, Sergio Gonzalez, playing center field today. Pitch is going to be called up high for a ball.
Well, if what Game Changer or what Max Preps is telling us is true, he's had 9 appearances, 6 starts, 71 winning percentage, and an ERA of 1.99 on the season.
It's pretty good.
Doesn't have any programs or any numbers for strikeouts or walks or anything like that, so basically just the win-loss totals and appearances on this.
All right, here's the 1-1 to Gonzalez. And outside for ball 2. So looking for more base runners. We know from last night just about no lead is safe. So
this is true. Now the Colts, in your opinion, hitting has not been the strong suit of the Colt team, and we struggled to score some runs there, especially early in both of those games, from my understanding.
Yeah, and that's I was talking to Coach Maloney, and he said that's kind of been the case for the last month or so. That his top 3 hitters are still raking pretty well, but that everybody else has kind of tailed off a bit. So the good news is you probably were not going to need just too many runs today.
That's what I think they're hoping with the big Patron on the mound, no doubt. But anytime you can give them a little extra help ease things a little bit, just in case things, fall apart. You can't find the strike zone there for a couple of batters, and that's kind of the way that the Colts got into both of these games, right? The walks at the end of the game pretty much gave it to them.
Well, and errors. A pitcher has very little control over that, and if you could be pitching perfectly, if you get the ground ball, if you get the fly ball, and the defense behind you doesn't execute or it's a lot of throwing errors in the last 2 games. So, if they can clean that up, especially with this early 3-0 lead, they're going to be in good shape. So the walk for Gonzalez is going to bring up the 9-hole hitter, and that is Valverde. And Alexis batting from the left side, the runner at first. Oh, there's your inside strike, Coach. Called on the inside corner. I actually like to see it.
I do too.
I wouldn't mind them kind of ranging it back.
Well, I've always been a big proponent of the big strike zone, high, low, inside, outside. Let's make it into a game where they have to hit the ball and to win.
Yeah, I like pitching too, but at the high school level, it's I think the strike zone needs to expand at least a little bit.
Yes, sir.
All right, they're over to first, and it's Gonzalez back in time.
Valverde on the season, .318 batting average, 66 plate appearances, 21 hits, 18 of those singles, 3 doubles, 19 RBIs, and 25 runs scored.
He showed bunt there, but I don't think he really meant it, and we got don't think it was a pitch out, but it was well outside, and the catcher looked over at first. So we'll have a 1-1 pitch.
Wart's not afraid to play small ball, but doesn't do it a lot. He's still one of those money ball type. Let's go for the let's go for the big inning rather than just a single run.
Right.
Oh,
that's going to be the old hit by pitch, and luckily it didn't look like it was blazing in there too fast.
Hit the turf first, maybe took a little bit off. You can see Valverde kicking his legs around there at first base, make sure that everything's still working properly.
If it hit the turf first, come on. It's going to bring up the top of the order, and that's Tegan Maloney.
Things shaping up very similarly to the first inning, where we got the first 3 up aboard to load the bases.
Yeah, and Coach Ward would take that again in a heartbeat here. Now, I wouldn't be surprised to see Tegan play small ball here. He's a student of the game, and I know his one of his assistant coach is a big fan of the small ball. Big cut there, though. Swinging and missing.
Make contact,
Tegan throws right, but bats left, which can be dangerous, as he is one of our regular pitchers, and you expose that pitching arm.
That's pitches. A good point.
Batting from the left side is definitely an advantage, but exposing the throwing/pitching arm to pitches is the flip side, and there's showing bunt, but a ball outside as Tegan gets it back.
There you go. You kind of called that one a little bit. Tough to take the bat out of his hand. 3rd best batting average on the team at .471 on the season. More plate appearances than anybody else on the Colts.
Yeah, I think he's been the leadoff for most of the season. Leadoff for the 2-hole. I follow him a little more than most because he's friends with my son. They played travel ball together starting when they were 8. So.
Excellent, excellent. Of course, he's the last in the series of Maloney's that all went to New Mexico Military Institute, including one of the females, Rylan Maloney, who great athlete for us for the Lady Colts.
All right, Tegan batting cleanup for the Maloneys there, and Nemi. All right, Tegan's looking at a 2-1 pitch, and he's going to leave it down. So 3-1. This will be a hitter's count. He won't be afraid to swing it here.
No, definitely not. That's what you talk about, that baseball knowledge. Right there, thought about the bunt, pulled it back whenever he saw it was down low, got the ball called, 3-1. Now it's a hitter's count. Let's see what you can do. If you get your pitch, let's roll the dice.
The other thing you might do is look at where the third baseman's playing. He could roll one that direction and try to bunt for a hit. Showed the bunt. And it's going to be ball 4. So just as you predicted just moments ago, nobody gone and the base is loaded for number 2-hole hitter, and that is Kaplan. And Kaplan's got some decent numbers too.
He had a base hit to start off the game through the right side, did a good job. Moved the runner over. Base hit this time will get him an RBI.
Now lots of ways to get a run across here.
Good point.
Number 13, Gentry Kaplan.
Obviously, you'd love the hit. He could sack fly. He could get the fielder's choice. Could walk.
Outfield pretty much standard depth out there in the outfield for the Timberwolves. Center fielder cheating in maybe just a little bit more than the other two.
Well, you know, the center fielder and left fielder nearly got burned in the first inning.
Good point.
That great play by the left fielder to save the inside the park home run. Saved a run. And really saved a run as we get another ball down low. Really saved a run because Patron never did get across. So
that's right. He did not. He got stranded.
All right, a 2-0 pitch now for Kaplan.
Come on, Libby! Come on, Kaplan! Come on!
All right. Ball 3, and I'll tell you what, as a hitter with the bases loaded, obviously you want to hit with all the ducks on the pond, but if you're truly a disciplined player, if you're taking your signs correctly, he's got to be taken all the way.
I got to imagine that's the sign he got from Coach Ward, and you really don't want to go against how many years of baseball knowledge right there?
Kind of a no-brainer, too. Nothing against Coach Ward, but that's
understood.
All right, so he does get the RBI, drawing the walk, and that's going to bring up the catcher Barcelo, but not before we get a mound visit here. So let's see if we're going to leave Kruger or if he's going to go to the pen. I think he'll leave him initially, but obviously the second mound visit this inning would mean they would have to replace him as the pitcher. He could stay in the game.
Well, if what I'm seeing here, he's second most appearances of any player for East Mountain. Their top pitcher, probably senior G. Darner.
And I believe Darner pitched last night, but I'm not 100% sure. Could check the box score, but I think he did. Boy, two of the more exciting games I've seen in a long time. At Rio Rancho last night, the New Mexico military game, of course, and the game before was one on a walk-off as well. So
very good.
Offensive walk-off and a defensive walk-off.
Well, now they've got the scoreboard right. 4-0 here, top of the second inning. Nobody down and the bases loaded. The conference or the sermon on the mound has ended. And Kruger's still atop. Looks like he may try to pitch out of the windup here instead.
Yeah, you might. Yeah, I mean, you could do that with the bases loaded. Barcelo singled on a hard ground ball to right his first time up, so obviously dangerous. And he will get an RBI by getting plunked.
A little bit of a bat flip by there, Barcelo. I don't love that. Not quite, but
no, especially on the curveball. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, if you get drilled with a fastball, you know, after you just walk somebody or someone got a big hit, that's one thing. You get hit by a curveball, hey, just scamper on down to first.
Courtesy runner in at first base, number 26, Nico Rice.
And the hitter will be Miguel Rivera, 0 for 1. Although he reached on an error by the shortstop. So he's been on base. He'd like to get on again here with runners everywhere.
This is one of those situations. You're up 5-0, but it's so early in the game. What you'd really love to see here, keep the run manufacturing going. Let's get out of this one early. Let's step on the neck and just put it out of reach.
Yeah, there is no room for any kind of mercy. If you can get up 15, you get up 15. If you can get up 20, you get up 20, and it's going to be a double play.
Oh, great play by the first baseman. Just hit. It was a shot, but right at him. Yeah. And a great play. That is El Ocker there at first base.
So doubled up over there is the pinch runner Rico.
If you're a Timberwolf fan, that's exactly what you wanted.
Oh, you needed it desperately. So
one out away from stranding it. Leaving 2 on here. Runners at second and third.
So we're still at 5-0 with 2 gone after the slick double play by Ocker at first. Inside pitch there, and another good job by the catcher to keep that ball from getting behind him.
He's got good legs on him, as well as that arm that you're talking about. Not a lot of chance for the Colts to steal. Not that the Colts are a stealing team anyway.
Yeah, he has tremendous footwork back there. I noticed that last night as well. And that's going to be down and away for ball 2. So 2-1 the count. No, is it 2-1? I have 2-0.
It is 2-0. They have it wrong on the scoreboard. Okay. The umpire just flashed the count, 2-0. So
all right, thank you for that.
Good to know they do. They make mistakes up in the press box just like we do back at home.
Boy. I make plenty every broadcast. Ooh, nice pitch there. Curveball for the call, strike.
Press box still hasn't figured it out, and the umpire's standing there, flashing, moving his hands around. Now they're going to change the scoreboard.
All right, a 21 count here. That'll be 3-1 with the base open this time, so that takes a little pressure off the pitcher Kruger, who's already up to 47 pitches.
First base open, so can definitely see him not trying to pipe a pitch here.
Out of the windup, and that's going to be a base. Nope, it's going to be an out.
Oh, no, an error.
Yeah, definitely an error. Even with the sun in your eyes there, that's an error.
Right fielder looked like he had it. He gloved it, and it just hit off of the top of the leather and went over his head. Did stop it enough that only advanced to second base, but both runs on base will come in. And now a 7-run lead, 2 errors by East Mountain, a little uncharacteristic by them.
Yeah, they were pretty slick on defense the game I saw yesterday.
We played them 3 times in the regular season since they are in our district, and we only took 1 of those games.
Oh, I thought we took 2 or 3.
Against East Mountain, only 1.
Okay. Yeah, they were impressive.
Unless I'll go check that, because you may be right. If Sandia, we only got 1. Maybe I am wrong. I'll go back and I'll look.
I might beat you to it.
You might. Oh, go. This is the paper versus computer here. So you can get to it first.
I'm a little old school too. All right, East Mountain.
I'm just gonna let you go now.
Right. Yeah, they got 2 out of 3.
Okay.
You're right.
So I was okay. Very good. Yeah, that's why I was a little bit surprised that they were seated lower than us, but the strength of schedule and a couple other contributing factors such as key wins helped propel the Colts to the number 3 seed.
And did the Colts win district?
We did not.
Okay.
It was it actually wasn't East Mountain either. It was Sandia Prep.
Oh, sure. That's quite a district you're playing in.
It was. All 3 teams made the quarterfinals.
All right, so, well, that's impressive too. So, after the middle of the 5th inning, Mexico Military gets 4 runs on no hits, 1 error, and 29 pitches. East Mountain will have Darner, Kruger, and Hitchcock up. When we come back, thanks for tuning in to NMMI Championship Baseball on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and on those social media channels. We'll be right back.
This is John.
Hey, my name is John Jackson.
He's not some actor. He's a steward of the land with a John Deere 3 Series tractor and a PTO Quick Connect that hooks up rear implements with a single click. John runs with us because to him, there's nothing more important than connecting with the land. Nothing runs like a Deere. Hear John's story at Deere.com.
Stop by Pecos Valley Equipment in Artesia and Roswell or visit us online at PecosValleyEquipment.com.
Eastern New Mexico University is open for visitors to come to visit our campus. Come be our guest for a guided tour of one of the best small-town college atmospheres in the Southwest. Take a look at all ENMU has to offer, including the best residence halls in New Mexico as recognized by Niche.com. Sign up today for your personal tour of ENMU and our beautiful campus by visiting enmu.edu/visit. Explore, experience, excel. Eastern New Mexico University.
Welcome back to Santa Ana Star Field on the campus of the University of New Mexico, where the New Mexico Military Institute Colts lead 7-0 here in the championship game against district rival East Mountain Timberwolves.
Way too early to put on the brakes here for the New Mexico Military Institute, but Patron looks like he's doing well through 16 pitches in his first inning there for the New Mexico Military Institute. Got all 3 strikeouts against the East Mountain Timberwolves.
Yeah, and that's when it's your 1, 2, 3 hitters, that's pretty dominant. Oh, and they're going to call a strike there.
The curveball is working very, very well. He's pitching backwards, starting off with that curveball pretty much every single batter.
Yeah, that surprises me a little bit.
That's usually not Charlie and Steve, the pitching coach, Steve Rogers' style.
And he's going to get strike number 2 on a foul ball. So the cleanup hitter, Darner, who we might see pitch, if I'm wrong about him pitching yesterday.
Well, Trace Kruger right now sitting with 52 pitches and 2 innings pitched, giving up 3 hits, 7 runs, 3 of them earned, and I don't think that's right. Well, yeah, only 3 of them earned. Yes, exactly. But he does have 3 strikeouts.
Breaking ball inside for a ball. And chance to get on first missed there for Darner.
Stepped out of the way, and with the 2-strike count, down 7-0, you just got to try to get on base.
Yeah. And a swing and the miss for strikeout number 4. So 4 batters, 4 strikeouts for the guy who may be leading the nation in strikeouts.
And next break, I may have to go run down and go find my assistant Peter, because if anybody knows here in the ballpark, it's Mr. Dendinger. He's done a great job for us all year.
Actually, it's available on Max Preps. It's not easy to get to, but we might look at that during a break.
Okay.
Ooh. How about that for a bender?
Once again, curveball started him off for the strike.
Yeah, he has brought his A game to this game for sure. Here's the 1 pitch is down for a ball. Fastball. Couldn't get him to chase, so nice job there by the pitcher Kruger, who has to be a little disheartened here and maybe not in his best frame of mind.
Understood. But sometimes you can change that around too. Get yourself hot, come up here, get on base, get a base hit, do something to get your team out of the kind of doldrums that you've had the first couple innings, and maybe help yourself out on the mound, give yourself a little bit of a spark.
Yeah, they need something, because Patron has been nothing short of dominant in the early going.
There's that base hit we were talking about, right up the middle. Shallow line drive, and Kruger is aboard.
So first hit of the game, nearly the first time anybody's put the bat on the ball.
If you're an NMMI fan of Mr. Patron, just takes the pressure off. Don't have to worry about the no-no or the perfect game anymore, right?
Now you can just relax and sling it, right?
Exactly.
So that will bring up the 6-hole, the shortstop. That's Garrett Hitchcock. I think he has a younger brother on the team as well, not starting. Shows bunt. And up high, ball 1. Good job just getting the bat back there when the fastball's coming like that.
Hitchcock, just a freshman.
Oh, this is the younger Hitchcock, okay.
Oh, maybe not. Oh, maybe it is the older Hitchcock, the senior. You're right. I'm sorry. 24.
Yeah. Shows bunt again, and they're going to say low and in for ball 2. So one of the rare times Patron has not been ahead in the count on a hitter. if he readjusts the hat.
Younger Patron playing at third base, playing well in, and was charging on that bunt just in case.
Yeah, I'm not sure how genuine that bunt is, but I mean, I would be surprised the coach is bunting when you're down 7, but
I'm with you on that. You've got
you
too
don't have
few
enough
outs.
Yeah. Not enough outs left, so can't.
It's early in the game, but yeah, 7 runs, that's too many.
Against this pitcher, it's never as early as in the game as you think it is.
Good point.
He does show the bunt again and pulls it back again.
Maybe just trying to get into his head, too, to some extent. It's
done a good job. So I think you're going to have something to hit here if Hitchcock has the green light. I don't think he will, but this should be right down Main Street. We'll see.
Says 333 on the season of the batting average there.
Foul ball. Foul ball. So came in on him a little bit, and I was just mentioning how hard it is to pull the bunt back on a pitch that's going that fast. That may have got him on the hands, but that is going to go down as a foul ball. So 3-1 count now to the elder Hitchcock.
Like to see Patron throw him something, make him swing the bat. Let's see what our defense can do out there. You've struck everybody out up to this point. Let's get the defense involved inside of things. Don't want to get them too bored outside.
That's
out
right.
There.
Don't want any flower picking out there.
That's right. Kind of hard to find them out there on a turf field. Maybe some sunflower seeds, or shells anyway.
All right, here's the 3-1 after the throw to first. Shows bunt again and called strike 2 on the outside corner. He thought he walked.
Beautiful pitch.
Yeah.
I don't. He may have just been trying to sell that one.
He didn't pull a Tegan Maloney and throw it all the way back to the dugout on strike 2.
No.
That's to Tegan's credit. He did walk on the next pitch. So.
Okay.
Yeah, he sent it all the way back to the dugout and had to run and get it, act embarrassed, and jammed him. Foul ball out of play over in the sunny seats. So Patron up to 30 pitches himself, and we're just in the second inning. So he has lost some of that efficiency they had in the first.
Definitely needs to come back, get a strike here, get a ground ball, get a strikeout. Let's find it out.
Yeah, ground ball would be nice. Strikeout would be nice, and he gets the swinging strikeout.
If you're hanging the K signs there in front of the broadcast, that would be number 5 for Patron.
Got your Sharpie and your sticky notes?
Exactly. Maybe we should do this. We got enough room here on the table, right?
Yeah,
we can start doing that. I think the only paper we've got are your paper notes, so
yeah,
we may be in trouble.
Remind me to bring sticky notes next time. And here's a little flare. And, Barcella with a tremendous effort, but on the foul ball. And you know, players love the turf for that reason. You know, it's so much harder to get injured. And, you know, I'm a purist. I'm old school. I love grass, but it's just so much safer.
I'm with you on that, too. After looking or seeing the turf field that we've had at NMMI, the turf infield, playing on a couple of the new turf, it's so much softer, so much better for the slides. Yeah, I couldn't agree more.
You know, the only bad hops you're going to get is on crazy spin. And
great point.
But I like what Nimmy's done and left the grass in the outfield, too. I like that combination.
And I think that was, you know, we knew we had a pretty good outfield system. The irrigation system there is good, but part of it, too, was just financial concerns because you look at the expanse of the outfield comparatively, and it would have been a whole lot more for us to turf the entire field. Caught him leaning a little bit there. Ooh. You can hear the gasp of the crowd on that one.
Nice move, and tag applied over there by Rivera, and just getting back is Kruger. He'll take that kind of out, too.
Exactly.
There goes the runner.
Not going to matter. The strikeout, the throwdown by Barcelo sailed into the outfield.
Yeah, nice throw there, Jose. All right, here we go. We're going to take another quick break.
He was just excited about the strike.
Yeah, absolutely. Just celebrating. We after 2 complete innings, East Mountain does get a runner on one hit, but no runs, no errors on 18 pitches. And we'll be back for the top of the third right after this. Thanks for tuning in to KSVPTV.com audio only and 106.5 Roswell Talk FM. Be right back.
Even if you swing the golf club like an arthritic giant gorilla, you'll look good on the course in professional polos, shirts, and hats embroidered by Business Notions. Even add your company logo to golf balls. So don't look like a gorilla. Call Business Notions at 625-2840. Professional embroidery and screen printing, perfect for your next event and sports teams. Business Notions. Our business is making your business look good. 625-2840.
If you're missing a tooth or several teeth, a dental implant may be the ultimate solution. Implants look and feel so much like real teeth that you probably forget you have an implant. Maupin & Brown Dentistry is one of New Mexico's most experienced implant providers, with literally thousands of implant patients who are absolutely delighted with the results. Call Maupin & Brown today for an evaluation. You'll be surprised how affordable implants can be. Maupin & Brown, your choice for experienced, state-of-the-art dentistry.
All right, we are back where New Mexico Military Institute leads 7-0 in this 3A state championship matchup against district rival East Mountain. And these look like two teams that are pretty familiar with each other, and I think Coach Ward's using that to his advantage. What do you think, Jeff?
I do. I really do. I mean, they got us 2 out of 3 in the district series, but only one of those games did we pitch Patron for the entire game. It's a little bit different of a ball game whenever you've got a pitcher that's as dominant as he is here in 3A. This is a kid who is going to go to play for the New Mexico Military Institute on a full scholarship next year for Chris Cook.
And that's fantastic. Love to see him staying home with his brother there, and talking to his dad, he said it was just kind of what was best for him. Said he had other offers, obviously.
He did.
All right, Migo at the plate, and he looks at a called strike there. Let's see, Migo, his first time up, struck out swinging. And ball called there down low. Kruger up to 53.
I am impressed with NMMI's patience at the plate. They're not swinging at the first pitch every single time. That has been a problem that we've had. I think that may have been one of the things that Coach Ward talked about is, hey, let's get into the bullpen. Let's get past their couple of aces, see what they've got that they can pitch.
Yeah, and it's a good strategy in the state tournament because pitching is so key in the state tournament because you might have to play 3-4 games in a row, back-to-back, 4 days in a row. So, I mean, very rarely do you see teams in baseball. Now, softball's different. You can throw the same girl every game, but
now, what happened in the Artesia game? Gene Dow was saying that something they had to. You have to rest a pitcher after so many games or something.
I'm not sure, but I know there was controversy there, and I haven't had the conversation with Gene as we move to full count, as I'm not paying attention here.
Well, since we mentioned him here, mention you as well. You've done 6 games here up at state, and we definitely appreciate 2 games for NMMI, 2 games for Gateway, and 2 games for Artesia High School as well. So you've been a warrior.
Actually, the first 2 games were Roswell High.
Roswell High, okay, my bad.
But yeah, and you know, I really do enjoy it. It has been a long 3 days. I'm not going to say it hasn't been, but I really enjoy it, and I appreciate the opportunity Gene gives me to do this. And miss my partner, but he had things to do. He's a busy man.
Well, if things work out, we are going to meet with Gene Dow and try and get you and Art Sandoval and possibly Scott Galletti again back for doing the broadcasting for the Bronco football team whenever it rolls back around, back in season.
I would love to do that. I missed out first time as they just wanted 2, and they took Art. But, yeah, I would love to do that game. Actually, Art and I did do a game by ourselves without Scott, and that was fun. Throw over to first on the 1-0 count. Kruger doing everything he can to try to keep this as close as possible.
He certainly is, and I think that's what that throwback at first was all about. Not a huge lead off there by NMMI, but just trying to clear his head, find the strike zone, find some sort of rhythm.
You know, when you're talking about the plate discipline, and that's something they do a lot as well with that catcher, but you're talking about the plate discipline. Sometimes when you get off to a big lead, you get feeling too froggy at the plate, and like you said, just jump on the first pitch. And great job by the hitters in this game by not doing that, being disciplined. And, hey, when you say New Mexico Military Institute, you think discipline.
That's right. That's exactly right. Duty, honor, discipline.
So ball 3 inside, so it'll be a 3-0 count here to Gonzalez. Amigo at first.
Igual, Sergio, igual.
Got to be taken here. He's going to show the bunt and pull it back. And it's up high, ball 4. So there's that plate discipline, and back-to-back walks to start the inning is going to bring out the coach. So, you know, again, this is the first visit this inning, so I don't believe he has to change. But
once again, NMMI, first 2 batters up are on. We've had bases loaded with no outs both of the previous innings and have gotten good run tallies out of both of them.
That's exactly right. And
this one's shaping up to be the same thing.
Yep, 1 base runner away from making it 3 in a row, and we are going to have a pitching change. So we're going to take a quick break while they warm up a new pitcher. We'll have that new pitcher for you when we come back. We're glad you're tuning in, whether it's the YouTube channel, the Facebook Live page, KSVPTV.com, or 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Jeff Gunn and I here from the state championship game where NMMI has the big lead. We'll be right back.
Roswell is our home. That's why we've all got to do our part to stop illegal dumping. Throwing your trash, clutter, or yard debris in the alleys, sidewalks, or streets is a crime, and it takes time and money to clean it up. Those caught dumping illegally can face fines of up to $500. You can help by taking your waste to the landfill once a month for free with a paid water bill. Call the City of Roswell Solid Waste Department for more information at 575-624-6746. Help keep Roswell clean. After all, do you want your kids to grow up in a dump?
At Central Valley Electric Cooperative, we recognize Electrical Safety Month every May, but we also know the importance of practicing safety year-round. Electricity is an important part of modern life, and CVE would like to share a few safety tips. Keep an eye out for overhead power lines when moving ladders or working on your roof. Replace appliances, chargers, or extension cords that have damaged or frayed cords, and avoid overloading electrical outlets. Central Valley Electric Cooperative reminds you to make electrical safety a priority this month and every month.
All right, we're back. We have the pitching change, but it's going to be the catcher, Cole Phillips, who will come from behind the plate to pitch. And unless this is just a warm-up guy, I think it is just a warm-up guy. I think the pitcher may go back to catch. I saw the indication from the East Mountain coach that made me think that they might just switch pitcher and catcher here. So we'll see what number hustles out. And it is number 24. So that is Hitchcock. So that means the shortstop is probably the former pitcher Kruger. So I'll put that in, and if it's wrong, I'll fix it. But they still haven't. We took a break to warm up the pitcher, and they haven't had one warm-up pitch that I've seen. Maybe I just wasn't paying attention.
What was the number of the pitcher there?
The pitcher is 8. That's Hitchcock. Or Phillips.
But the starting pitcher, Kruger, was?
12? 13.
13 is now at shortstop.
Okay, so with his head down, unfortunately, you see him over there.
Yeah, he looks a little winded there. He pitched quite a few pitches there. Let's see if we got a pitch count on him that he finished up with.
Well, sure we do. I've got him for 61. So
okay,
and not a bad job. About half balls and strikes. Looks like he was 29 strikes, 32 balls. So not just terrible. Just 3 hits. The walks were hurt a little bit, and a couple errors hurt a little bit. I say a couple. Yeah, they got 2 up there. He did have 3 strikeouts, but 5 walks. Just 3 of those run earned, but the 5 walks will will kill you every time.
That's right. Coupled with a couple of base hits, and like you said, a couple of errors too, and that's why it's 7-0 right now.
Yeah, that's just kind of strike three on winning a baseball game. Walks, hits, and errors. Hard to win a game when you're on the wrong side of those categories. So
Phillips on the season, only 3 appearances, did get 1 save out of that, but has one heck of an ERA at 1.62.
Oh, look at that.
No telling, it doesn't say how many innings he pitched.
Well, we're about to find out because he is the next in line for the Timberwolves.
Well, and it makes sense. I mean, if the catcher's got that kind of an arm making the pegs to second base, he's probably able to hurl it pretty good from on top of the hill as well.
Well, and like we talked about his footwork earlier, we've seen the throws over to first and third. I mean, he's a good catcher with a cannon, so I'm not surprised that they're bringing him in here. They'd like to bring the starter from yesterday in, but pitched too long yesterday. So the batter is going to be Valverde. Nothing for nothing, and called strikes. A good start from Phillips.
I like that from Valverde. It was a pitch right down the middle, but he let it go. Wants to see a pitch from this kid before he swings the bat.
Well, he hasn't swung the bat yet. His hit by pitch his only time up, so now he's going to show bunt and look at another pitch and another called strike. So,
all right, now that one, yeah, all right.
Now he's got to go. Now he's got to go to work.
Exactly.
There are no outs and 2 on. So walk not very likely now. Although that is ball 1 up and in to the left-handed hitting Valverde.
I like the pitch there by Phillips. You've thrown 2 strikes down the heart of the plate. Try and get him to chase at something. Absolutely. Up and in.
Or to jam him for.
Exactly.
Lots of good things can happen. You just don't want to hang one, and that's struck him out. I was going to say that looked good. Delayed strike call. So Phillips comes up and just strikes out Valverde on 4 pitches. And that is going to bring up top of the order Tegan Maloney. And Tegan with not a great at bat his first time up, grounded out weakly to the shortstop. He did walk his second time up and scored, I believe.
Curveball misses just a bit up there.
Sorry, I got to drive home. I'm good. All right, the 1-0 is foul back to the screen. So count back even, 1-1.
Good outside pitch there by Phillips. Maloney went with it, fouled it off.
Come on, Tigers!
This will be a good battle here.
All right, the 1-1 pitch is down for a ball, unless we get the delayed call again.
A little bit of a frame there by the catcher, trying to get that strike on the outside part of the corner, but it may have been that combination of being a little bit low, too, that didn't get him the call.
Yeah, I think it was low.
Come on, Tigers!
Swung on and miss as Maloney with the big cut there.
Way out in front of that one. I don't know if Phillips took a little bit off that fastball. Didn't look like it had any break to it, but he fooled Maloney. Got second strike.
Vamos, Maloney, vamos! Make contact!
Maloney does want to try to get the runners over, even if he records an out, and instead he's going to look at a called strike 3.
Beautiful curveball by Phillips, outer part of the plate, tough to hit anyway, and so Maloney just let it go by, just hoping that he could get the ball call, and didn't get it.
I mean, he maybe try to foul that one off and wait for the next pitch, but you're right, that's a tough one to hit. And that's going to bring up Gentry Kaplan.
So Phillips doing great things here for the Timberwolves, trying to give them some sort of spark, get them out of here. Was a 2 runners on, no outs jam, and now he's got 2 outs. Trying to find that third one, get out of this inning, get his team back into the dugout to try and get some bats. They got their first hit last inning.
This is Kaplan, who has singled to center and walked. So 1 for 1 and on base both times, and now he's ahead in the count. 2 balls and no strikes. So we may get the bases loaded here, just not with no outs. And that would be fine with number 20, Jose Barcelo, because, oh, no, there go the runners. And
well, not having Phillips behind the plate may have hurt him a little bit on that one. Just a straight fastball, a little bit up in the zone, and the catcher just didn't rise enough to get his glove on it in time, and that's going to move the runners up. Maybe a moot point with the 3-0 count, though.
Yeah, possibly. In fact, I'm probably just walking this kid here.
That's right. Put the force on the bases. I agree, Coach Kelly. Little spin move there by the pitcher. Fakes the throw back to second base, just trying to keep the runners up and honest.
Yeah, he can fake to second. He can fake to third. He's got to throw if he goes towards first, which he wouldn't here anyway. And there's a cold strike, which is fine. 3-0, you're taking there.
Good discipline by Kaplan. Outer part of the plate. Not something you necessarily want to do anything with.
Certainly not 3-0.
Exactly.
Just misses.
Similar pitch.
He will go over to first. Bases loaded again, and that will bring up the catcher, Barcelo. He singled hard ground ball to right, got by the first baseman, and then was hit by a pitch. So 2 trips to the bases for him as well.
This is the guy you want at the plate. Everybody talks about Big Patron, but Jose Barcelo with the best batting average on the team. The most base hits, the most singles, doubles. Tied for the home run and triples lead as well.
I was going to say plenty of power.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if he jumps on the first pitch or if he does not, and that's going to score a run. Catcher just now getting the ball, and that runner's already advanced, so wild pitch there.
Tough play for the catcher. He got a piece of it, but then it hit his probably the shin guard and scored it off to the left. Made it real easy for the runner to score on that one from third base.
And that makes it an 8-0 game. So the 10-run rule is important because that can end the game early at 5 innings. And it would have to be a full 5 innings here with East Mountain being the home team. But a 10-run lead after 5.
And now they are going to walk Barcelo, which is probably a good decision. Take the bat out of his hands. Let's go to the next person in the order. Put a force on all the bases.
Yeah, and that's just smart baseball there. I mean, I agree with that 100%. Go ahead and pitch to Rivera. Rivera no slouch, but he's 0 for 2 today. Reached on error and grounded into a double play.
Well, you're going from a 529 batting average to a 393, so not the best situation in the world, but that's a 130-point difference. I think I'm going to roll the dice against Rivera myself.
Absolutely. So 2 gone, bases loaded for Rivera.
Look at this.
It's going to be at least a double. It's going to score 3. It's going to. Oh, they're going to hold him up now. Now they're going to send him. A bases clearing double for Rivera.
Wow. All right, they rolled the dice and the Colts did too. Rivera comes up big.
Yeah, and he jumped on the pitch like I thought Marcelo might do when he had the bases loaded, and he didn't really get anything to swing at, but Rivera certainly did and hits the line drive for the bases clearing double. So they had a little trouble in the outfield with the ball.
They have a really good job by the on deck and in the hole hitters watching the pitcher. Phillips has been dealing the fastball right down the heart of the plate for a strike on the first pitch every single time.
Yeah, it was just a matter of time before they started jumping on it. They might have jumped on that one. That was, that's outside half, but that's one you can drive as well. Called strike. So the score now 11-0, which you can see if you're KSVPTV.com, but nowhere else. So we'll try to do a better job of telling you the score, the pitch count, the outs, all that good stuff. That's ball 1, 1-1 the count, 2 gone. Runner at second base. And 4 runs have come across here with 2 outs. 4 runs have come across. And Patron looks at the curveball up for ball 2.
Steady diet of curveballs here to Patron. Trying to get him to swing at the breaking ball, ground it out, rather than deal with his power.
Yeah, and that's not a bad strategy because, like I said, these guys, and they're going to run on that. Going to get there, not even a throw on the pass ball. So Hitchcock struggling a little bit back there. Dealing with some tough pitches, but that's one he should have handled. So now the runner at third, trying to get the 5th 2-out run here. Swung and missed.
He took a hack, just got the top of the ball though. Right on it. Maybe just you alter that swing just a bit, and all of a sudden that's a gapper.
Yep. So full count now. The pitchers oppose each other here. Patron swings and misses, and that is out number 3. So
nice curveball by Phillips. Like I said, that steady diet of curveballs. Got a few fastballs in there to keep him honest, but strikes him out.
But the damage done here. New Mexico Military gets 4 runs, 1 hit. Not a lot of hits, but a lot of runs. 1 error on 31 pitches. We'll be back for, I guess we will be bottom of the third only. When we come back on KSVP TV.
The Valley Cafe is now open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Located inside the 180 Youth Building across from Church on the Move on Brasher in Roswell. Enjoy soups, salads, sandwiches, burgers, and more. Try one of their signature creations like the Sweet and Spicy Burger with honey jalapeno bacon barbecue sauce, the chicken cordon bleu soup, Chef Anthony Noble's fried avocados, and the Smotherman Burger with creamy green chili sauce. Or swing by for coffee or breakfast burritos on your way to work. The all-new Valley Cafe, open Monday through Friday, 7 to 3. Stop in for breakfast, lunch, or even a snack after school. Don't feel like leaving home? Order takeout from DoorDash.
I have a snake for your drain. You might want to step back.
Oh no, baby.
All AC units moke a little. Is normal.
Oh no, baby.
Haha, now your sprinkler system's strong like bull.
Come on now. Don't let any fool work on your plumbing and air conditioning.
Fergalicious.
From clogged drains to sprinkler systems, Fergie's Plumbing and Heating is on the job. And who you gonna call for air filters and spring servicing on your AC unit?
Fergalicious.
Call Fergie's today, 622-2660. Nothing but love.
Fergalicious.
So welcome back to Championship Baseball here on KSVPTV.com. We're also live on the Facebook channel, the YouTube channel, and of course 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. And your New Mexico Military Colts now taking an 11-0 lead. And they will be facing the 8, 9, and 1 hitters. First pitch I should say is a ball outside. So Patron, as he starts his 3rd inning of work, is up to 35 pitches. So kind of just medium there, and we've got a called strike there. Nice pitch. Throwing a 1-hitter so far through 2. And 5 strikeouts, I believe, but I'll verify that. There's a swing and a miss. Let's see, 6 strikeouts. So. And the 1-2 pitch. Outside ball 2. Couldn't get him to chase. And his dad says, don't throw him that. No walks for Patron with those 6 strikeouts. All of his outs coming via the strikeout. And misses inside, so we're going to have a full count here. Maybe the 3rd time we've had a full count. So we'll see how Ocker does here in the battle. He's choked up. He's just going to try to make contact. He's going to swing and miss for strikeout number 7. So he's going to keep a tally here. So 7 strikeouts for Patron. And that's to the 8 batters that he has faced. So he did get a one hit. And Radezovic will hit in the 9-hole here, his first time at the plate. And it's going to be a ball. Gracias, sir. All right, the 1-0 pitch. You missed a strikeout, partner.
Sorry. Hydration. Had to go steal some waters from our dugout. Got to stay hydrated.
There you go. He's behind 2-0 here, and he had a full count on the last batter before he struck him out. He's faced 8 batters and struck out 7 of them.
Let's say, love the strikeouts, but I want to see our defense get involved. I want to see a few less pitches. Let's make sure he can go the distance, right?
You know who is going to disagree with you there, Coach?
Who's that?
I think it's going to be Charlie Ward.
You may be right.
I think he'll take the strikeouts all day long.
Well, and he's seen his team play all year, and he's seen the errors that we can sometimes commit, so I get it.
Yeah, nobody's perfect out there in the field, but if they never hit a ball out there, you always are perfect.
Well, that's a good point. Well, there it is again. Fastball inside part of the plate, got him swinging over the top.
Strikeout number 8 on batter number 9.
Wow.
Yeah, that deserves a wow. And that will bring up top of the order Cooper Davis.
So just the second at-bat here for East Mountain.
Oh, ball in play, and it's foul ball, just foul.
Third base umpire right there. Do like the 3-man rotation because you can see that. Sometimes it's hard for the home plate umpire to step out in front there and get the good angle.
And I'll tell you what, that was going to be hit number 2. I don't believe that we're going to make the throw on that one.
No.
To get him in time, so good job.
Well, Little Patron would have had to come up with just an amazing throw on that one.
I mean, probably have to try and barehand it.
Mm-hmm.
One pitch is inside, so 1-1 the count now. And just looking for some way to get somebody on base. You haven't really felt like he was in danger of walking anybody.
No, there was the full count that he had against him, and he was down, 0-2 in that, but came back and got him.
Yeah.
He's just had really good command of the strike zone all day today. The curveball's been working, breaking in, out. Fastball, he's been able to throw it up high for the strikeout, inside, outside. He's just located extremely well today.
All right, here's the 1-2 pitch looking for strikeout number 9. He won't get it.
No.
It's going to be another base hit.
Great job 2-strike hitting there.
Absolutely, with the liner over the third baseman's head. Little brother needs to grow about 4 inches, and he'll make that play. But not today. It's going to be a single. As Valverde gets it in quickly. And that will bring up 2-hole hitter Torres Griego.
Just the second hit of the ball game. I guess we are only in the bottom of the third, 11-0 our score with NMMI out in front, but Patron just been dominant.
He really has. Got a called strike there. I mean, I don't even have to look and see what the batters did their first time up because all but one of them struck out. I mean,
exactly.
Just make a note of who that was and you're good. I mean, I have to look up everything, but I don't have to look up that. All right, the 0-1 throw over to first. And Patron with a good move. Hasn't shown it a whole lot, not opportunity to show it a whole lot. Today, anyway.
Yes. Just to give you a visual aspect, NMMI got their pinstripe uniforms on, so in the white with the black stripes on the shirt and sleeves. And then they've got the little vests on, and the undershirt is the red and gray and white camo sleeves with the Red Sox.
And to me, just, personal preference, I think if you're a military academy, I'll let you get away with it. Nobody else should wear camo.
The camo, understood, yes, sir.
Yeah, I don't like it. But I'll give a pass to the military.
All right, so since we do have military in the school name, we can get away with it.
Sure.
The caps are brand new this year. Charlie just got those. Got the red bill, the white fronts with the NMMI logo, but the gray on the back part of the caps, and they look pretty sharp, especially with these uniforms. Kind of blend in with that gray camo they got going on, red and gray camo on the sleeves.
I'll tell you what, there's the strikeout number 9. So all 9 outs have been via the strikeout. East Mountain does get another hit, but no runs, no errors, just 19 pitches. And NMMI will have Luis Patron, Migo, and Gonzalez up. When we come back, 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and all the social media, thanks for joining us here for the championship game. It's 11-0. Good guys. We'll be
Buying a sewing machine from a big box store or online might seem like a bargain, but in this case, you really do get what you pay for. Just the machine. No lessons, no help with figuring out why it isn't working the way you expect, and no one close to fix it. Buying locally from an authorized retailer may cost a little more, but in the end, it will save you time, money, and aggravation. Come see me, Chris Ann, at So Easy Sewing, 200 East College Boulevard in Roswell, and let me show you why it pays to shop local. So Easy Sewing. You've never had it so easy.
What's better than Rib Crib's slow smoked ribs? More of them, that's what. Rib Crib presents Rib Fest. We're talking endless slow smoked righteous ribs, plus unlimited sides and bottomless refills, all for only $17.99 after 4 p.m. Choose from Rib Crib's original signature rub or go sweet and sticky. Plus all your favorite sides like coleslaw, mac and cheese, sweet and smoky beans, and so much more. It's a rib-tastic celebration you can really sink your teeth into. Rib Fest, starting at 4 p.m. all month long at Rib Crib on North Main in Roswell. Smoking the good stuff since 1992.
All right, a little late coming back. My apologies, but we're just having too good a time up here in the shade. It's about 87 degrees still, but it is really nice in the shade here. As your New Mexico Military Institute Colts are, I'm not going to jinx them, but they are well on their way to winning the state championship as they have put 11 runs across, and Luis A. Patron has struck out batters for all 9 outs. He has allowed 2 hits, but both those runners stranded at first, and it's just been dominant. It's been fun to watch for me. I know we mentioned it. You mentioned it earlier. You like hits, but to watch a pitcher perform like that, I really like that too.
Just taking control of the game. That's all there is to it. NMMI defense, he's got a good defense behind it. I think he knows it, but that just gives him more confidence to go after the hitters whenever it comes.
Oh, sure. I mean, he can go right at him with an 11-run lead. Do anything he wants. Go Ephus out there. Just slow pitch softball if he wants to.
That's right.
I say that. No leads are safe in the state tournament.
We've seen it this tournament, too, right. With the Colts and with East Mountain.
Exactly right. Both those teams were dead in the water, and they're both playing in this championship game. So,
and as you said, just an absolutely gorgeous day here in Albuquerque. Very gentle breeze kind of blowing out a little bit towards right field. Flags gently blowing. Not enough to give anything, or at least much, as far as, extra pop off of the bat.
No, I mean, if you want to send one down the line into those trees behind the fair pole, maybe, but pretty much just a real nice day.
And as we mentioned earlier in the broadcast, 338 down both of the lines. Very symmetrical field, but 405 in the power alleys, 413 to straightaway center field with the batter's eye and the raised part of the fence. This field definitely benefits a player that gets around on the ball or goes oppo. If you want to put it out of this ballpark, you're probably going to have to turn and burn.
Right, exactly right. If you hit one out the center or the alleys, you've accomplished something.
No doubt, especially at the AAA level.
Yes.
Well, once again, a walk to start things off for NMMI. That's happened the last 3 innings, and NMMI has made the Timberwolves pay. 3 runs in the first, 4 in the second, 4 again in the third. And that's where we stand right now, 11-0. Nobody down, and at the plate is number 3, Bailey Migo.
Yeah, they've only left 3 on base, have the Colts. So, they've taken advantage, just like you said, of getting those base runners however they get on. Haven't just been crushing the ball, just 4 hits. So
now those hits have come at opportune times because of the extra walks they've been given and some, a couple of errors as well.
Yeah.
So it's made it hurt. I think every one of the hits has at least 1 RBI behind it, except for the first there by Kaplan.
I think that's correct. Oh, and there's a bunt. It's attempt. It's gonna.
You draw it up there.
Because third base was just waiting on it too.
He certainly was.
You can do it. You can do
Maybe
it.
the best thing to do then, pop it back into the screen foul where nobody's got a chance to catch it.
Right, probably not time to slap it over or past the third baseman. But now he's looking at 0-2. As Phillips is looking for a strikeout here. He's not going to get it on that pitch. As it's down, maybe away.
Great discipline by Migo. That was just off the plate, a little bit low, and he held off.
Well, just out of the zone. It was well off the plate.
Good point. Yeah.
We'll get into that conversation again. Oh, and there's a ball with eyes that gets past the first baseman again. That was similar to the hit by, I believe it was Marcelo, and that's going to send Patron to third on the 1-2 single past the first baseman.
2 strikes. You just want to make contact. He did just that, and it found a hole. As Kelly said, the seeing eye single right there through the right side, and that allowed the runner to go all the way to third from first as well.
So runner in scoring position again. And that is going to bring up Sergio Gonzalez. I have him down as 0 for 0, so that means he probably walked, and he did twice. So Sergio with a chance to knock one in here.
Gonzalez has the dubious honor of leading the team in hit by pitches with 12.
Oh, and that's, coaches tell you, good things happen when you put the ball in play. That should have been an easy out, maybe a double play. Instead, gets a run across.
The bunt right back to the pitcher, Phillips. He turned, fired it to second base, as you would think, after looking the runner back at third, making sure he wasn't going to go, but way too much on the ball, threw it out into center field.
Yeah. And that's not the way to help yourself out as a pitcher, obviously. Giving up the unearned run there. Doesn't hurt your average, but hurts you where it counts. 12-0 now, Colts, and there's a good bunt, but it's gonna shade foul.
Beautiful, beautiful bunt. Just caught it with the tip of the bat, moved the hands back to kind of give it that little, give that cushion.
Right, absorb a little of the fastball there.
That's right, just a bit foul.
That is Valverde, the 9-hole hitter. And you need to be able to bunt if you're a 9-hole hitter, especially lefty 9-hole hitter. You can get on base if you can do that.
Brett Butler style.
Yep.
First baseman playing way in now to try and guard against that bunt. And here comes the third baseman as well.
Oh, hit by pitch? No.
It
didn't get him, but the ball's up, and pitcher, who is the starting catcher, better beat on it, and he
that one almost hit before the brown turf that's around the center of home plate here.
Yeah, and that's about as wild as you'll see a pitch. As the runners advance, so 2 in scoring position now for the 9-hole hitter Valverde.
You'd think that the bunt would be off, but East Mountain, both of the corners playing well in, probably to try and cut off the run here at home plate. Middle infield also playing in on the edge of the turf there, the green part of the turf.
Well, the other reason for that is you want to throw home and try to tag somebody out.
Is there?
I don't know if the 15-run rule is in effect, 4 innings or not. That's a good question, Jeff. I don't have the answer there.
Yeah, the other umpire, the other announcer is sitting right next to us here on the outside of the press box saying they're trying to cut off that 13th run, and I'm like, why?
Well, because it's just one closer to 15. I
guess.
There's not one, and they get it across there. On another, okay, we're told they have to play 5. There's no 15 after 4. Well, So 13 across now, and it's still Valverde at the plate. Full count. And another swing and strikeout. That's 2 in a row for Valverde.
Good swing at that pitch, but the fastball just up a little bit and just a little bit slow on the cut. Got to shorten down that swing with 2 strikes and put it in the play if he can. But
sure, especially with the runner in third.
That's right. Couldn't catch up. Well, nice fastball by Phillips.
So Gene Dow listening as usual. Gene, thanks for that. Thanks for the information. And so we're going to have a 1-0 pitch here as Teagan won't offer at that ball.
Lots of gaps there for Maloney because the infield's still playing pretty much in on the corners and over the middle.
Again, just increases the chances of something good happening when you put it in play when the infielders are playing up like that, looking to keep that run from coming across. 1 out here. Now upstairs for ball 3, so no green light here. I wouldn't imagine.
3-0 count. Yeah, you got 2 very solid batters. The next 3 in the lineup for the Colts have all been hitting well.
Called strike.
Good job by Phillips. Settled down there. Just threw it right over the heart of the plate.
And Teagan taking all the way, but he'll be looking for something to put the bat on here for sure. He'll still be disciplined. He'll still box it up a little, but he wants to hit here. Instead, he'll walk on the inside pitch. So Maloney reaches. And good job actually backing up the pitcher there. And you sometimes don't see that at these higher levels. And by higher level, I mean higher level game in this situation. You know.
Yeah, you just assume that it's going to happen, and then you get caught asleep.
Yep. So the hitter is going to be number 13, and that is Gentry Kaplan.
Second baseman, number 13, Gentry Kaplan.
And as you mentioned, singled his first time up. He's walked twice since then. Showing bunt here, but he'll pull it back. Runner goes, and no throw, so Maloney will get an easy stolen base on the ball. Pitch was called a ball, so.
Well, 13-0, I hope that we're not going to do any more bunting, at least not at this point in time in the game.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't think. I'm not buying a batter showing bunt up here.
No, I would not either.
Actually, if I'm the opposing coach, I might be a little upset.
I would be too. That's where I was going with that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a little.
One of those unwritten rules.
Yes, sir.
There are so many.
More runs.
And ball up high. So now a 3-0 count with first base open. And the 3-hole hitter on deck. 1 gone. A 13-0 lead.
Come on.
Called strike on the outside corner. And again, that's been consistent. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, no, umpire I thought has done a great job calling balls and strikes at the plate.
And I haven't seen a missed call in the field either.
No, sir, definitely not.
And that will load him up again. So lots of ducks today, Jeffrey. Lots of ducks today.
Well, if you were going to write it up as a head coach to give you the least amount of stress, this is what you called for right here.
You mean bases loaded in all 4 of the first 4 innings?
Exactly, and your pitcher just striking everybody out.
Literally striking everybody
out.
2 hits and 9 strikeouts.
There just hasn't been any room for error for the defensive side, and the offensive side has done a great job watching the ball.
Yeah, like I said earlier, those guys look like world beaters when they never get a ball hit to them.
That's right. And that pitch gets away from the catcher, and NMMI will bring another run across as number 10 scores. That's Sergio Gonzalez.
And I'm going to go wild pitch on that. I think it easily could have been a pass ball as well, but I don't think the stats are. First of all, they're unofficial, so I don't have to worry about it too much. So now first base open again. He does swing at the first offering, which we have not seen. I predicted he would last time when he had the bases loaded in front of him, and that's when there was a wild pitch, run scored, and they intentionally walked him.
I think Barcelo wants to get a part of this here.
Yes,
he got the walk last time, watched the big double that cleared the bases right after him. Now he sees he's got 2 ducks on. Let's get a hit here.
Nothing to swing at there.
Good discipline. Could have swung at the high fastball that was tailing outside as well.
And like you said, he really wants to. I mean, he really wants to
Exactly.
hit. You know, you're the leading hitter on the team. You haven't had much to swing at.
Nope.
Well, they're going to call that strike low in the outside part of the plate.
Good job holding off on that one. Tough pitch to hit.
Yeah.
A little bit off of the black maybe.
Yeah, maybe you can take that one the other way, but that's not the kind of hit he wants. He's picky now. 2-2 pitch. Misses up high with a curve. So full count here. There's no way I'm piping one for him. I'm going to see if he'll chase one and let him walk to first.
I'm with you. First base open.
Don't care what the score is in this situation. And Barcelo thought he might get rung up there, but instead, another free pass.
Phillips wanted that one. He went down to his knees when he saw it was a ball call. It was close right there on the outside part of the plate, but maybe he just missed.
And sometimes you'll get that in this situation when it's so lopsided.
Yes.
You might get what they kind of call a mercy call, but I mean, it wouldn't have ended the inning anyway. So.
No.
And this is the state championship game.
Nico Rice goes into courtesy run there for Barcelo at first base. Bases are loaded, 14-0 here. Top of the first inning, 1 down.
Who's the pitch runner?
Nico Rice.
Okay.
First pitch in for a strike there.
And a called strike. All right, I'm caught up.
All right, you got it?
I'm not napping anymore.
Nope, you're good. I can do play-by-play, but only in short bursts like that.
And the wild pitch.
15th run of the game comes across the plate.
And Maloney putting on the brakes before he crossed home plate. I don't like to see that either.
Yeah, that was a little strange. I'm not sure what that was about.
He's showing him up.
Yeah, I think so too.
Don't like to see it. But the wild pitch scores, as you said, the 15th run. And advances Kaplan and Rico as we get a called strike.
1-2 the count, 1 down, runner on third and on second base for NMMI.
Vamos, Miguel, chócala, Miguel, como ahorita, chócala nomás, ponla en juego.
Well hit ball, cleanly a single into right field. That'll score 1, and Coach Ward, the third base coach for NMMI, holds up Nico Rice at third base. That makes it 16-0 in favor of the Colts. Top of the 4th inning. 1 down, runners on the corners. And at the plate, number 14 for NMMI. He's been the stud on the mound today for the Colts. Luis A. Patron, or as we've been calling him, Big Patron.
Yep.
Number 14, Luis A. Patron.
And you have to say the middle initial because he's got a little brother who also plays third base in the starting lineup, Luis C. Patron.
Yeah, but Big Brother's hitting now, and
yeah, that's
he
right.
would like to add to this lead as well. 16-0 your score. And as you said, Coach Charlie Ward just holding runners, and now he's not even giving hitting signs. Just letting them play at this point.
That's right. Like to see that.
Sure, let them have
no
fun. They've
sense
earned it.
running it up. Exactly. Let's go base to base here. Things get a little bit closer, then you can start doing that. We'll probably see some guys coming in to pinch hit here, maybe next inning.
And we're going to get a out at second base, but it's going to get another run across. So,
a little surprised on the steal on that.
Yeah, I kind of am too. pitch was a called strike.
Run does come in from third base. Makes it 17-0.
And foul back to the screen is thrown for strike 2. 1-2 the count.
Nobody on base anymore for Big Patron.
And a two-hopper into the...
that was that same pitch that went over the catcher's head a little bit earlier. Hits in the green part of the turf in front of home plate.
I mean, that's a decent pitch in cricket, but that's not going to get it done here.
That would have been a great cricket pitch. You're right.
And now we're going to say full count. So, and at this point, if you're the NMMI players, you just don't want to record it now because then you're going to hear about it when you get back
That's
to the
right.
dugout.
You're going to be made fun of when you go back to the dugout.
Oh, and like a check swing, and they're going to say did not pull back. So strikeout, but New Mexico Military Institute 6 runs on just 2 hits, 1 error, 43 pitches. We will be back for the bottom of the 4th inning. Still a lot of baseball to play. I think a full inning and a half here, regardless of the score. So stay with us. It's going to be a ceremony at the end of the game as well. So we appreciate you tuning in to KSVPTV.com, all the social media sites, and, of course, 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
If your tires are flat, need your car fixed, our reviews are better than mixed at Big O. At Big O Tires. We do the job fast and with a smile. Whatever the problem, we go the extra mile at Big O. At Big O Tires. Trusted service, no need to lie. Hop online, our reviews are high at Big O. At Big O Tires. Unbeatable service in all our stores. That's why we get such high scores at Big O. At Big O Tires.
Now through May 30th, buy 3, get 1 free on select sets of in-stock Cooper or Mesa brand tires with installation purchase. Only at Big O Tires, the team you trust. Installation required, not valid with other offers. Eligibility may vary. Disposal fees extra and up to 10% shop fee based on non-discounted regular retail price not to exceed $35 where permitted.
And late coming back, not for the first time today, but thanks for sticking with us. New Mexico Military with the seemingly insurmountable 17-run lead as we head to the bottom of the 4th. We will have to play a minimum of 5 full innings as the East Mountain Timberwolves are the home team by virtue of the coin flip, which is just a terrible, terrible, terrible thing that they do in the state tournament in baseball and softball.
Yeah, I always thought it was determined by the higher seed, but I guess not.
Absolutely should be. They earned that, you know, the players, the teams, they earned that.
Yes.
And to just take it away and give it to the other guys, I mean, I just don't like that at all. And I'm sure they've got a reason. I'm not sure it's a good one, but I'm sure.
Well hit into the outfield.
That's going to get past him, Jeff. All the way to the wall, that one will get. He's going to have a chance to score. I think the shutout, nope, they're going to hold him up, and that's smart.
17-0, no sense making it out at home plate. You got no outs, plenty of chances to get him in. And you just need, there's a spark right there.
And the rocket past Migo and right. And he just hit that one a ton. Not enough down the line to make me think it might go out, but boy, he got every bit of that one.
Yeah. Migo not playing in by any means in right field, but he just hit that and on a rope too. It got out in a hurry.
You know, he's not playing in except for how short it is out there.
That's a good point. Maybe he is playing in a little bit more,
and not intentionally. But
just because he's looking at it, like we are, and sees that, oh, well, the wall's right there, right?
Right. he's playing more aligned with his teammate in center and his teammate in left. So I don't know. I mean, they probably have him where they want him. They're good coaches. Just a great hit. And that's the thing about pitchers who throw as hard as Luis does. If you get it, you can give it a ride.
That's exactly right. Looks like Patron bearing down a little bit now. 1-2 the count on the next batter. And there's another strikeout. 10 strikeouts in the ball game. 10 outs in the ball game for East Mountain thus far.
Yep, and they do have 3 hits.
They do, and 3 solid hits.
Yes, not borderline errors or Texas leaguers or dribblers.
Nope.
3 solid hits, but that is absolutely it. No walks. Dominating. And he will be dominating next year with the big boys if my opinion means anything. Maybe not this dominant, but I think he'll be effective next year.
I think so too. I think that's why Coach Cook signed him. He definitely knows the talent. Has done great things thus far in the conference for the Broncos, the college team.
And we're getting some base coaching from 2 patrons to the 3rd patron.
That's right.
Some positioning advice.
The runner at third base taking a huge lead, but little patron playing at third base is not guarding third base at all.
And that's going to be 0-2 as Patron looks for strikeout number 11 and looks to strand. Who is that over there on third? It's Phillips, the catcher. So, had nice things to say about him today. Just not the Timberwolves' day, and certainly Luis Patron's day.
And, of course, Phillips still on the mound now. It went from catcher to the pitcher position.
Right. I mean, Phillips and the starting pitcher, I forget his name, but I mean, they battled. They did everything they could do, but
gotcha.
But man, and that one almost gets over the screen.
Staying alive there with 2 strikes.
Let's check on the pitch count there. 62.
Not too bad. Go heading into the bottom of the 4th here. Got 1 out.
Yeah, not bad at all.
That one fouled off as well. Somebody in the crowd going to get a souvenir. Do they get to keep high school? Probably not.
Absolutely do not.
Yeah.
Even at the state tournament.
Even at the state tournament, no.
Kid hits one out, you get to keep that one.
Okay.
That's the only exception.
Yeah, I know.
And no snow cones like in Newknott.
Yeah, we used to make, and if you got a couple, you could even, like, if you did 4 or 5, you could save them up, get a Frito pie.
Oh, boy.
I remember those days. Yeah, Mom and Dad wouldn't even give me any money for food if we stayed for a ball game. I just, you had to earn it. That's right.
All right, here's an 0-2 pitch again. And that is going to be... That's going to mess up the strikeout string, Coach.
It does. First field play in the field.
Now, I'll tell you what. If I'm Luis Patron, I'm yelling at my catcher for not dropping that ball. I want to strike out everybody. No, I kid.
No, I'm hoping that you're kidding on that one. Exactly. Great play by Barcelo.
Yes, absolutely.
He's got that new style catcher's basket you don't have to throw off, but on a high fly ball like that, he went ahead and chunked it out of the way.
Well, I'll tell you what, sun to deal with there, too.
Yes, sir.
And the bunt attempt is going to be...
And never an easy play there, too, because the
no.
ball's spinning back towards the crowd.
I'm laughing at the comment of our counterparts. So
yes.
I'm not going to repeat it.
No.
I do find it amusing. Although you can't blame the Timberwolves for wanting this game to be over, even the seniors. I mean, I know it's their last game, but this is a game that everybody just wants to be over.
Called strike on the outer part of the plate, 1-2. So Patron trying to get, this will be what?
11.
The 11th. Can't put it up just yet.
No, 1-2 count, but.
Little dribbler, third baseman, Baker, short Patron.
Oh, brother was going to have it. Brother was going to have it, and they couldn't get the scoop at first. I think I'm going to go E3 on that, Coach. I know it bounced in there, but.
You can do a couple of things. I think I'd probably give him a base hit just because of the overall difficulty. The rule is ordinary effort. You had a diving play at third base. You had to make a great, strong throw across the field. And then you had to have a first baseman make an incredible scoop. All those combined, I think you got to give the base hit.
And that's what I put in my device here. So you convinced me. And now for Patron, the shutout is lost as well. So
that's right. Pressure completely off. No more shutout. No, and the perfect game were over a long time ago.
And did he have a no-hitter earlier this year?
He did have a no-hitter. You are correct. That's right.
I thought I did remember seeing that. And here you might start to see some substitutes as well, although they'll get another at bat, and you're bunting down.
Not sure I agree with that.
16?
I mean, why? Yeah. I guess you're trying to bump for a base hit, get some people on. But they do break out the shutout, 70-1 here as we head into the top of the fifth. NMMI with a commanding lead. The hit total's a lot closer, though.
Oh, yeah.
If you look at that, 6 hits for NMMI.
Don't look at the runs, and it looks like a close game.
Certainly does.
But the runs tell a completely different story. East Mountain does get on the board. 1 run, 2 hits, 16 pitches from Patron, and it will be one of those Patrons up to lead things off. I think it's the younger. And then Migo and Gonzalez. When we come back, thanks for tuning in to 106.5 Roswell's Talk It.
Do you ever read your Bible asking, what are these stories here for? Well, I believe they're in there to remind us of God's love and presence, even in tough times. Joseph had to deal with the jealousy of his brothers being sold into slavery and imprisoned because of a lie. Yet God showed up and used Joseph to save a nation and bless Joseph and his family. Look at what happened to Job. He lost pretty much everything. And yet we find God blessing him repeatedly at the end of his suffering. Noah was ridiculed for following God's plans and building an ark, but God showed up saving his family in the flood. David was chased by Saul to kill him. However, David would become king despite his troubles. So the next time you find yourself in a predicament in this world, look around to see what God is doing. He will show up, and you just might be amazed.
Join us at the Country Club Road Church of Christ for worship at 10 a.m. on Sunday, located on the corner of Country Club and Washington in Roswell.
Welcome back to Santa Ana Star Field. We're in Albuquerque, New Mexico, where the weather's dipping a little bit, maybe low 80s now. Super nice in the shade with a little breeze, and super nice for the New Mexico Military Institute Colts as they have a commanding 17-1 lead behind, is it 10 or 11? What was the last out? Oh, it was the bunt. So 10 strikeouts out of the 12 outs in the game for Luis A. Patron.
Just a great performance by him tonight. This is a young man we mentioned earlier who was leading the nation in strikeouts at one point in time earlier in the season. Not sure where he's at now, but this will help his case considerably. I've got to imagine he's in the top 5.
Oh, I would be surprised if he even went down to 3. I don't remember what those guys behind him or tied with him were at. Obviously, the guy tied with him was close, but 10 more today, and he's got another inning pitch. So
NMMI has scored every single inning. 3 runs in the first, 4 in the second and third each, and 6 last time at bat.
Well, we talked about Patron and his pitching. How about the hitting? I mean, they've now, yes, there's a lot of walks in there, and there are only, 6 hits?
And that was one of the concerns we kind of talked about before the start of this game. NMMI's hitting has been a little bit suspect.
But 6 hits, more than enough today.
Most definitely. And not done yet as number 8, Luis C. Patron, the younger, steps up to the plate.
And that's hard to right field, and should be an out. It is, as Nimitz had to go a long way, but makes the play.
Good job tracking that one down. He did. He had to run after that one quite a ways to make the catch on that.
And has to find it up in the setting sun here in the Rio Grande Valley.
Good point.
See those shadows out on the field? They have not turned the lights on yet. They will have those on, I assume, the beginning of the 6 o'clock? No, 7 o'clock game.
7 o'clock game. Pinch hitter here now at the plate, the left-hander Roman Fox.
His first at bat of the game. Nice to get him a AB for the sophomore. Does a lot of pinch running, I think, for Coach Ward.
He certainly does. He broke his hand earlier in the season, or injured his hand. Didn't get a lot of playing time. Had a starting position on the team last year in the outfield.
There is a mercy rule.
Yes.
Inside pitch on that one. Swung on, grounded back weakly back to the pitcher. So Fox is down for out number 2 now.
So nice play there by Patron.
Timberwolves trying to pitch the first shutout inning to the Colts here. Nobody on, 2 down.
As long as they don't get inside of 10.
Swung on and missed on the outside fastball. Sergio Gonzalez at the plate for the New Mexico Military Institute.
I'm liking the play-by-play. I'll just let you keep going here.
I can go for a little while.
Yeah.
Like I said, short bursts.
Let's work on it.
Almost the exact same pitch, outer part of the plate with the fastball. Another swing and a miss by Gonzalez, and it's 0-2. 17-1 the score. NMMI trying to go and get their first state championship since 2004. And another swing and a miss by Gonzalez, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd out.
And just 6 pitches to get the Colts out in that half inning. So we will come back for the bottom of the 5th inning, and provided there are not 7 runs scored, it could be the end of the game. So stay tuned. We'll have an awards ceremony afterwards as well, so you won't want to miss that on KSVPTV.com, 106.5 Roswell's Talk.
Spin the wheel and save during the Wheels of Fortune savings event at Roswell Nissan, with prices slashed across the lot so you can spin a new set of wheels this summer. Like a 2018 Ford Escape priced under 17 grand, a 2016 Jeep Cherokee priced under 16 grand, or a 2012 Infiniti G37 under 15 grand. Get a trip to Vegas and spin the wheel to win just for stopping by. A Home Depot gift card with a test drive and a toolkit or grilling kit with any purchase. Spin in and save this month at Roswell Nissan, 2111 West 2nd.
Your health is important. At Kelly Nutrition, inside Roswell Medical Clinic, our goal is to help you lead a healthier lifestyle. We carry a complete line of vitamins and supplements, including products from Now and Protocol. We also have a huge assortment of essential oils, healthy teas, and nutritional supplements. And if you're on the keto diet, we have everything you need to make your diet a success. Kelly Nutrition, inside Roswell Medical Clinic at 111 West Hobbs in Roswell. Stop by or call today, 575-623-3311, and start your journey to a healthier you. Kelly Nutrition and Roswell Medical Clinic. Don't wait for an illness to start valuing your wellness.
All right, we're back for the bottom of what will probably be the last inning, as Patron is out there to try to finish things off. He'd love to do it with 3 more strikeouts. He's sitting at 10, which is a lot in a 5-inning game, in case you were wondering.
Only 2 outs made by the New Mexico Military Institute Colts. On the defensive side, one of those was Patron got the assist.
Yeah, he did.
The other a pop fly in foul territory to the catcher Barcelo.
Yeah, just no answer for Luis today, as we thought could be the case. Weren't just sure. I mean, it is baseball, and this is a quality team, but there's a foul ball.
Credit East Mountain. They do have 4 hits in the game, so Patron has not been untouchable by any stretch.
Correct.
But they have just been flailing at a lot of pitches. You get that many strikeouts, you don't have to worry about any of the defensive side of things.
Well, and then if you can throw strikes, let your defense get outs for you, not load the bases every inning.
Exactly.
Then, that goes a long way towards being in the ball game. It could be maybe a 3 or 4 to 1 game right now, but
yes, sir.
All
3
those
errors
walks.
and all those
Yeah.
walks. Exactly.
So 2-2 now and foul back. So nice job there by the hitter, Ocker.
Fastball straight down the pipe, and Ocker just got a piece of it there.
Yeah, Luis just challenged him, said, I'm going to throw it hard, and you see if you can hit it.
That's right.
And he got a piece. He's choked way up. But it's not going to do him.
That time just blew the fastball right by him. Didn't matter that he was choked up, threw it a little bit more inside and got him flailing.
So there's number 11 for as far as we know, nation's leader in strikeouts.
I like that. Let's just go with that.
And 2 outs away from the Blue Trophy. First since 2004, as you said.
NMMI's had a couple of chances. We've been haunting the playoffs. Had a couple of quarterfinal finishes, couple of semifinal finishes, but have not been back to the championship game.
A lot of bridesmaids action, and there is really the first mistake.
That's the first free pass that Patron has given up right
no
there.
walks in the game, no hit by pitch before that pitch. So really, because the 4 hits aren't mistakes.
No, definitely not. You could say maybe a slight mistake on the location of the pitch. But,
yeah, maybe. But
now Rogers going back to go talk to his pitcher. I think there was a little bit of a discussion on whether or not the kid made a move to get out of the way of the ball. But I think Rogers just wants to go and calm him down, say, hey, let's get this. We got 1 run on. You can give up a 7 spot here and still get out of this.
Right, and you're not going to get that call unless it's just so blatantly obvious.
Exactly.
In this situation.
Great point.
Umpire is not going to say he didn't attempt. He's going to let him run over to first. So we're still 2 outs away from wee bit of celebrating. I'm tired when I pull out the obscure Friends references.
No, that was good. I caught it.
Throw over to first, not in time.
This will be the second championship that the NMMI has brought home. Of course, the national championship for football, the other one.
Well, a great year by the volleyball team this year.
Indeed, second place finish at the national championship tournament. It has been a great year for NMMI sports. Every one of our sport teams, except for Bronco baseball and girls basketball and volleyball, made the playoffs, the postseason in some form or fashion.
And that's impressive when you think about your enrollment.
24 sports at New Mexico Military Institute.
That's very impressive.
About 1,000 kids, actually not quite that. About 500 each split between the high school and college.
Now for a minute there, I thought you were going to say 500 each split between the boys and the girls.
No. Although the girls' numbers are continuing to rise at NMMI.
Excellent.
When I first got there, it was about 17% female, and we're probably up to about 23 now.
Okay. That's good.
We're still mad at the NMAA because they make our girls compete at the 3A level, same as our boys, and we just don't have the numbers. If they did it like they did with other schools, our girls would be playing at the single A level, not the triple A level.
And they'd be very good at that level.
We can compete at that level. Yes, sir, exactly.
Yeah, I say very good. I guess you guys have some good battles with Gateway, and
we do.
They're a 1A program for the girls, well, for both.
Gateway is so good at so many sports too.
Yeah, they are. Disappointing finish this year as they repeat last year's performance of winding up the bridesmaid again to the to the Logan Longhorns, and there's the.
So Logan is the Longhorns. I figured there had to be some alliteration in there, but I wasn't sure what their mascot was.
So that's strikeout number 12. And again, just out of 4. Oh, they're going to pull him?
What?
They have to.
They do. All right, who do we put on the mound for the final out? I'm a little confused on this.
Here's why he's doing it.
Okay.
This is why he's doing it.
Get the ovation from the crowd for him to come out before the game. Okay.
Let's see if he comes out. I get that. If that's what he's doing, I get that. I would go ahead and pull him out and let him tip his hat, you know?
Looks like Bailey Migo is going to come in from right field to come pitch for NMMI.
And is that going to be appearance number 1 for Migo this year?
Migo has he's actually been one of probably our third or fourth best pitcher.
Well, it's that Migo, right? And not the other one?
Yes, not the younger Migo.
All right.
Ryan Migo, the younger brother, who's just a freshman.
Coach, if you're not going to pull him out and let him tip his hat, I don't get this.
I'm not sure I do either.
If you do pull him out,
yeah, let him go walk into the dugout and like I said, tip his hat.
Tip his hat, then I think that's a classy move.
Yeah.
There's not a complete game. There's not a no-hitter. There's not a perfect game. There's not a shutout.
No, exactly.
So that's fine. You can do this, but why not let the crowd acknowledge him and pull him off the field? But, hey, Charlie, you're the man.
The only thing I can think of is, in reality, because you did not pull him out of the ball game, in theory, if Migo gets rocked, you could put him back on the mound.
Correct.
But
I think I let him get the last out before I do that.
I know. Let's see. Let's take a look at the stats for Migo on the pitching side. Bailey Migo, 15 innings pitched, 11 appearances on the season, giving up 19 hits, 17 runs, 10 of those are earned, 5 free passes, 15 strikeouts, 2 hit by pitches, and an ERA of 4.667.
I wish he'd take him out of the game. If you're not going to take him out of the game, let him finish the game. Never mind. I need to be quiet.
Nope. I'm with you on that.
I need to be quiet.
A little bit of a strange move, but
this is a tremendous moment, the end of a tremendous career for Coach Charlie Ward.
Definitely. Good point.
Not going to say anything else.
Nice curveball there by Migo to start things off, but nope. The inside curveball hits the batter, and now we've got 2 on. 2 outs, 17-1 our score, so still no real threat.
All right, so is he going to let them get within 10 so Patron can come back in and get more strikeouts?
Maybe, yeah. I'm not sure what the reason. Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Got to be that national leader. Someone's in his ear down there saying he needs 2 more. He needs 2 more.
Maybe that's what it was exactly. And you can't get 2 strikeouts, I don't think. I mean, I guess you could. You could get the strikeout, wild pitch, and
drop third strike.
Exactly. Yeah. I think I would have rather done it that way then, maybe.
Yeah, because otherwise you just got to let them be the merry-go-round out there until they get within 10.
First pitch by Migo, outside and low for ball 1. 2 on, 2 out. Another offering, just misses. So 2-0 now.
Yeah, I don't get that. I said I was going to be quiet. I was just trying to figure it out in my head.
Yeah, exactly. It just keeps popping up like, wait a minute, why?
I mean, the guy's forgotten 10 times more about baseball than I'll ever know, so I need to just talk about something else.
24 years, I believe, or actually 22. I can't remember. We had it in the article, so you can check that out. But over 20 years at the head coach position for the New Mexico Military Institute. And, of course, Ward announced his retirement following the quarterfinals game, the win that we had versus Cobre. 4 straight balls, that'll load the bases, so Migo struggling a little bit here. Only thrown 1 strike in 6 pitches. Needs to find the strike zone here. 17-1 here in the bottom of the fifth. NMMI up, so no real danger. The question is, can the Colts stop the bleeding here before the run rule, 10-run rule, is no longer in effect?
All right. That's
the last thing you want to do is extend this game. Get the win, get the blue trophy, and go celebrate, right?
You never mess with that.
Yep.
Never mess with that. I understand I could see subs in the field. I could see.
Well, that's just it. And you have the reentry rule, too, in high school baseball. So if you sub them out, you can sub them back in. So you can get your guys at the plate, a chance to, other hitters like Roman Fox last inning.
Correct.
Swung on and missed. That makes it 1-2. So down to the last strike now are the T-Wolves. Migo trying to get it done, get this final out. And NMMI one strike away from a state championship in the AAA. Fouled off. Good job there by the batter.
And it's batter's sub, so.
G. Darner is what I've got.
All right, so they let the senior, I believe, hit. Maybe ball 2, sorry. Just throw strikes, kid.
That's right. Make them put the ball in play. If they get a base hit, nobody's really hurt. Go focus on the next batter. Just a bit up and in, and full count now. Bases are loaded, so a walk will score a run here. Migo trying to prevent that. The money pitch right here.
Runners are going with 2 outs and full count. And
called strike 3. That is the ball game.
And the celebration begins for New Mexico Military Institute as they get their first blue trophy.
Gloves all over the field. Celebration on the mound as well, appropriate there. That's where the Colts did the most damage right there, Mr. McDonald. 12 strikeouts, 11 by Patron. Or was it just 10? My bad.
No, it was 12 strikeouts.
All right.
So, yeah, just when you look up dominating pitching performance in the dictionary, that's what you're going to see.
Especially in a big game like this. That was impressive.
Sure, this isn't, a non-district or anything like that. Even a regular season district. Heck, it's not even a playoff situation. This is for all the marbles. And so what we're going to do is we're going to stay right here for the ceremonies.
All right.
And then go over a few stats and then let people get on with their weekend and help celebrate with these Colts.
Let you get home and go take a little bit of a break, a well-deserved one.
I would like to take a break. But I have enjoyed this tournament. Not every game goes the way you want it to, but it's always a good time here at the state tournament, both ball and softball. And hope to do it again for many years to come. Maybe we can do stats now.
Okay.
Since they did end this game early, it's only 21. So we can go to the box score here. So the Colts, 17 runs on just 6 hits. And East Mountain, 1 run on 4 hits with 4 errors. Tegan Maloney, 0 for 2 with 2 walks. Kaplan, 1 for 1 with 3 walks. Barcelo, 1 for 1 with 2 walks. And he had an RBI, as did Kaplan. Rivera, 2 for 4 with 3 RBI. Patron, the elder, 1 for 4 with 3 RBI. The bases clearing hit that nearly was in the park home run.
That's right.
The younger Patron, 0 for 3, but did score a run. Migo, 1 for 3 and a walk as well. Gonzalez, 0 for 2 with 2 walks. And Valverde, 0 for 2 in the game. Pitching, Patron nearly going the distance, 4 2/3 inning, of a 5-inning game. 4 hits scattered, 1 run. That run was earned. No walks, 12 strikeouts. Migo came in to pull it in the driveway and did get a strikeout for the last out.
And that really is the difference in the ball game. 1 free pass given up by the Colts, a hit by pitch, actually 2 hit by pitches, 1 by Migo and 1 by Patron.
Yeah, but you kind of throw that out because when you're talking about Patron,
good point.
He allowed, really, he made 1 mistake. 1 mistake in a 5-inning game, and that's a huge performance. Even when you're that good on this stage, that's very impressive. So look forward to getting to watch him in a Bronco uniform next year.
Number 2, Ryan Migo.
As they acknowledge the players on the field.
Giving out the individual medals here now, calling out each player on the roster, going numerically here for the New Mexico Military Institute. The award ceremony being handled there at home plate. Each player ducking down to get the medal put over their heads there, and then lining up on the first base line.
Yeah, it's a nice feeling. Now, are you a baseball state champion? You're part of that championship team?
I was not.
Early 90s?
No, I was 89-90. 89, we lost in the state championship to Bloomfield, and my senior year, we went nowhere.
Okay, so I knew there was a good team right after I got out of there, but
we won it for football, but not for baseball.
We won for football the year I got out. So.
That may have been my little brother's.
Oh, okay,
year.
Yeah.
Number 14, Luis A. Patron.
And there's Patron.
Number 16, Leonardo.
Incredible job both on the mound at the plate. Only 1 for 4, but that big hit that he had gave the Colts the 3-run lead in the first inning.
Yeah, and it's just, I don't know how you, especially with NMMI not exactly crushing the ball during the tournament, how is the tournament MVP not Luis A. Patron?
I think you have to give it to him, no question. Tegan Maloney had a great series, did wonderful things. Barcelo, who's been one of the dominant players, played incredibly well as well. But, yeah, Patron was definitely, I think, would be my vote, hands down, for the MVP.
Yeah, not a question in my mind, and I don't think there'll be a question in anyone's mind that's making the decision. So now they've given out the individual medals, and now they will present the blue trophy.
Your 2022
I don't know if you can hear the public address, but
state baseball champions, New Mexico Military Institute Colts.
There's the presentation of the blue trophy hoisted over the heads. Big celebration there at home plate. The kids jumping around with the trophy in the center. First time since 2004.
Congrats to you.
Thank you.
You're part of this. You helped make these programs what they are, and so congrats to the whole NMMI community. I know there's a lot of support for them, from all the different high schools in the area, and this is special. Something you'll never forget your whole life, and just be careful of that trophy on the bus because we broke ours.
Oh no!
We fixed it, but it did.
Hats off to President and Superintendent of the New Mexico Military Institute, Jerry W. Grizzle, Major General Grizzle. He has been a huge proponent of the athletic department at New Mexico Military Institute, so definitely want to single him out. Also, Jose Barone, our athletic director, and then my assistant, Peter Dendinger. He's down there in the thick of things, recording all this so that we can get it posted up on social media later on today.
Yeah, and I see, I don't see David Rocha out there. He's here. He has been doing a good job taking pictures of all the Roswell area schools.
Yes.
But I don't see him down there. Maybe he's over at softball with
John Carpenter down there as well, our head athletic trainer for New Mexico Military Institute, getting in the team shot there along with Jose Barone. Steve Rogers, assistant coach. Greg Maloney, assistant coach. And, of course, retiring head coach, Charlie Ward. Great job to the state champions of the NMAA's 3A baseball tournament. 2022 winners of the blue trophy.
And thank you, Jeff, for joining me. It's so much more fun and so much better broadcast with more than one person doing it, so I really appreciate it. I did have to do 3 by myself, and while I like it, I prefer help, and you were a lot of help today, and I enjoyed it.
No, thanks for coming up and making the trip for all of the Roswell teams who are playing up here, Roswell, Gateway, and New Mexico Military Institute. You did a great job, as you have always in the past, and anytime you need my help, let me know.
I'm going to do it.
All right.
And I'm going to hold you to that hat.
Very, very good.
All right, so we are going to call it a night and call it a season for your 3A baseball champs, New Mexico Military Institute. Thanks for tuning in on all our platforms here for our audio throughout the tournament, but especially for this one, because this one is special. KSVPTV.com audio, Facebook page, YouTube channel, and of course 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Thanks to Sean and Mike and Gene Dow, of course.
Most definitely.
And we will see you next season.
Sounds good.
All right. Have a good night.
That concludes this broadcast of sports on Pecos Valley Broadcasting. Sports on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Presented by Bob Reed Pest Control, NMU Roswell, Fergie's Plumbing and Heating, Pecos Valley Equipment, Roswell Honda, Roswell Seed Company, So Easy Sewing, Oasis Computers, Maupin and Brown, Devin Graham and New York Life, and Central Valley Electric. Thank you for tuning into this broadcast of sports on Pecos Valley Broadcasting. We now return you to regular scheduled programming.
Amazing and expensive.